Just the number I thought I saw, 1 in a trillion chance that you...
That seems like a lot.
I thought so, too, but that's what I...
So I'm looking about...
Seems like a lot
for
of
the nearly 5,000 sperm that make it into the uterotubular junction, about 1,000 of these reach the inside of the fallopian tube. From the 1,000 sperm entering the tube, only around 200 actually reach the egg. In the end, only one lucky sperm out of this group of 200 actually penetrates and fertilizes the egg.
1 out of 200, not 1 out of a trillion.
Dude, my crust sock has like Portugal population type numbers.
Does anybody really use a sock?
Well, that's what you say, dude.
I just use an old white tee.
Really?
I don't have great accuracy.
Oh, and you're worried about a hair on my egg.
We should say that for Pepper and G.
Yeah, well, we can still talk about it. Where's your landing spot?
No.
Yeah, what do you use?
Well, there you go, Mr. Lex.
How's that Lex?
How do you like that topic, bud?
That tickle your fancy?
And those were the cuts of the week.
Join the Ryan Kelly Morning After, September 22nd at Maggie O'Brien's in Sunset Hills for the night before the sold-out Lemmings Open pre-party. It's a night of TMA Live from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Join your TMA favorites as the guys host a wing-eating contest, trivia, and plenty of games. Get $16 domestic bucket specials, and don't miss their house specialty Reuben rolls. It's a free event brought to you by Mick Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. And Munganast Acura and Toyota, better than ever for you, their customer.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I'm here with Ryan Kelly, the HomeLoanExpert.com, and you are always looking for a way to help people out, and the Hero Loan VA is a perfect example of that.
Absolutely. That's how we get back to our military and to their families. We close VA loans 21 days or less. Heck, I'd like to tell you 14 because we're doing them in 14 and less, but I can guarantee that 21 days or less on a VA loan. And you can buy a house with no money down. You can refinance and cash out up to 100% of your appraised value. Truly is one of the best programs out there. Get the loan that you deserve today at HeroLoan.com, the only way to VA.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan for Design Air Heating and Cooling. I am a very happy client. Design Air Heating and Cooling and Seth Goldcamp and his incredible staff, which you can find online at designairservice.com. Just go to the website, click on the Book Now tab, and any issues you may be having with your HVAC system, they will take care of immediately. The customer service, second to none. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:06 in St. Louis. You are listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 HD2 FM TMA. STL.com, and you're watching a very bad group of boys for Slutty September on YouTube.com/TMASTL.
Oh, that's what it's supposed to be, a slutty September?
That's right.
Okay. So we'll be going private almost every day with some of the customers? Some of the Johns?
I think we're giving 20% off for Labor Day.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
is
a
that
Labor Day
right?
special. Yeah, you're off on Monday. It's the working man's holiday. Work this hole. Yeah, you can watch us, and I think we look like bad little boys at youtube.com/TMASTL. Get involved on the show here in our Munganast, St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour by texting in the Engineer Design Facilities text inbox 314-881-TMA5. 314-881 TMA5. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's very, very nice.
Thank you. And you can call in the Steve Schmidt Kia North County phone line, 636-9004-TMA, and email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. How about this from Seth Goldcamp? Seth Goldcamp wants to see the Hall of Famers come out. That's what he wants.
I love him.
Seth Goldcamp wants to see the Hall of Famers come out for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day.
Oh, does he?
So for Fridays, that's tomorrow to you and me, Russ, Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day, he is giving away 2 tickets to the Cardinals and Cubs in the Champions Club for Friday night.
Oh.
I mean, that is a motivation. So, you know, he was, I'm sure, thrilled to see Kevin Miller compete. but I think maybe the incentive of Champions Club tickets for Cardinals and Cubs on a Friday night will bring out the Rat in Bloomsdale.
Oh.
We'll bring out Uncle Carl's double-sided fleshlight.
West County Turkey Baster?
West County Turkey Baster.
Okay.
Yeah. All the greats. So remember, that is for tomorrow's Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Design Air is online at designairservice.com. If you have any air conditioning issues, go to designairservice.com. You click on the Book Now tab, and the next thing you know, Jack, you've got somebody at your home from Design Air Heating and Cooling tending to your air conditioning issues. Doug is a client, and I'm a client, and they are the official HVAC provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. And Design Air is bringing out 2 tickets to the Champions Club for the Cardinals and Cubs tomorrow night, courtesy of Seth Goldcamp and the wonderful staff at Design Air Heating and Cooling. So pen your finest work, and you win tomorrow's Design Air Heating and Cooling email that it really should count for like 50.
Does that got the free beer and buffet?
Yes, it does, I believe. I don't know about the. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know on that. I've been in there, but I haven't been in there in a while. Somebody could speak to it.
That could be ugly. One of our Walrus winners wins.
Yeah.
They'll be out of buffet by the 3rd inning.
Right. Well, we'll just have to watch him.
Yeah.
Put some sort of restrictor on him.
Today is the day, Doug. Missouri football debuts in less than 12 hours. The Plowhawk is on Elia Watch, kind of calling it Coach of the Year is the destination. And tonight, the journey begins.
I mean, he saw Saban's contract, and that's what he's striving for here at Mizzou. So,
Well, I'm sure he is. He makes $4 million as it is.
Like
$4 million to be a 500 coach.
17 and a half, did I see?
Is that
Yeah,
the number
the
now?
line, yeah.
17 and a half? Well, it's dropped down a little bit. It was at 19 and a half.
I was-
So in honor of that, I apologize, Plowhawk.
No, you're fine.
So in honor of that, TMA STL Shop and Iggy's guy Mike Flanagan, Inside Bowling to you, has a bunch of new shirts coming out here in the month of September, including the black and gold TMA STL shirt and the orange and blue for the ILL 1-0, potentially on a collision course for the CFP with Missouri.
Watch out, Ohio State.
Yep. And 10% off all of the merchandise at TMASTLshop.com, including those T-shirts for the college football season. If you are heading down to Columbia for this game, I know a lot of people have circled Abilene Christian in a couple of weeks. You will be able to wear this and get 10% off anything, everything, including club head covers from the great Chris Heck, including hoodies, including hats, and including these brand new T-shirts. And Action Jackson has more coming on his of his wares. 10% off, TMASTLshop.com. Check it out. It's all available today. And is a promo code necessary, Jackson?
Nope.
There it is. No promo code, Doug. So just get it. At
So what is the
TMASTL shop.
promo code?
Nope.
No,
Nothing.
promo code is nope.
Nope.
Promo
Okay.
code is
Did
nope.
I tell you what Flanagan did for me?
Doug, what did Mike Flanagan do for
I
you?
don't know if I
Hell.
mentioned this or not.
Where-
I had I saw a picture of,
Blindsided you.
Yeah.
well, it ties into what Flanagan did,
Okay, what do you do?
but to show you how good of a guy he is.
All right.
I saw a picture of Jeff Burton on a motorcycle that is so cool. He's got his sunglasses on, the beard, it's the fall. He's got the orange and yellow trees behind him sitting on his Harley. And I sent it to Flanagan. I said, can you put this on a T-shirt? And he said, let me check. And he got back to me and says, and he actually had it on a T-shirt. He kind of superimposed it on a shirt and said, I think it looks good. And I wanted to get him for the Riz Show guys. So I said, can you make me up 4? I had him in like 3 days.
Oh, did you?
FedEx to me. And I gave him to the guys. That's the kind of guy Flanagan is. So
Then what'd they think of your shirts?
they liked them.
That's a nice
I
dress.
just thought it'd be cool to do for those guys. So thank you to Mike Flanagan for that.
Yeah. Nice gesture.
And Utah
within
is a
3
beautiful
days.
state.
And he does our shirts. So can you imagine the promptness to the shirts for our listeners?
Well, that was nice.
So thanks, Mike.
Heck of a pitcher with the Orioles.
Yeah, he was. And he was on the cover of the Wiffle Ball, was he not?
I think he was for a while.
Yeah. So now he makes shirts
Big curveball.
Yeah.
and hats.
Guess he
Hats
still
for
needs,
bats.
still needs the money.
You can text into the program, 314-881-TMA5. You can call in, 636-9004-TMA, and email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day, the morning after at InsideSTL.com, before the Cardinals get to Hunchback of Elm Castle says we need a T-shirt that says "In Elia We Trust." Wow.
Sitting on a truck.
I kind of like the Plowhawk. Would you wear that around?
I mean, he's the second coming, so I mean, you have to.
Are you going to call for his ouster? Should Louisiana Tech take their measure this evening?
No, I think
All hell will break loose. I might not fall asleep just reading Tiger Board if that
Yeah,
were happening.
I'd stay up on that. I'd pull it on there. I'll get some greenies. But no, I think I'm in agreement with Tim and Gabe about they're going to give him 4 years. You can't be a program that recycle coaches every 3 years. So I think he's safe this year, and I think next year will be that toss-up kind of season.
Fight Tiger.
All right.
Doug, take the over on 5.5 wins this year. I will change my mind immediately should they lose to Louisiana
Yeah,
Tech.
I'd like to see him play once before I have any clue what.
Luther Burns going to go Jeremy Macklin on that ass.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him. I think it would be cool at the end of the year to have Illinois Mizzou playing a bowl game. I think that would be the only
Fight Tiger.
They
like
should play
Duke's
every
Mayo
year.
style game. I think I would watch because
They're
of
starting
that
to play.
matchup.
They should open every year with the game.
Why
They did
don't
for
you
a
want to
while.
watch Abilene Christian?
I don't have no interest in that.
We just watched Wyoming.
Yeah.
It's sad that I'm rooting for 5 wins only because I think everyone on the pick 6, except for me, has them over 6 as one of
Well,
the prop bets.
I respect that. That's business. Pick 6 today at high noon. It's on. Prod Joe and Iggy. Who will resign today?
Oh, no.
Well, he won't be happy. I'll be in a golf cart doing the show.
Why won't he be happy?
I think the first time I did it last year, I was in a golf cart and I was driving around and he was bitching about the wind.
That was brutal. That was bad. It wasn't the wind. It was the sound of the gas golf cart.
Well, we tee off at 12:30, so I should be able to get my picks in by the time we tee off, so I'll sit in the cart.
Normandy today?
Yeah, I'm taking the 8:30 Recreator out to play.
Oh,
I'm thinking about.
Are you
joining
playing?
as
You
well.
gambling?
I don't know if he gambles or not. I don't know what
So
his...
you're just meeting up and playing?
Well, I've told him that we go out and play, and I keep putting it off, so today was a good day. So me, him, Cletus, maybe Plowsy, Jackson, if you want to play.
I cannot. We have pick 6.
It's not stopping me.
No.
Right, but I have
y-
to
Yeah.
Jamie, you
produce
wanna
it.
play?
Being somewhere on
no,
time
thank you.
has never really stopped you.
Morning, boys. I heard Elia is on his way to the Hubbard Studios in a fire truck, just in case Iggy starts pouting again and tries to light everything on fire, including himself. Thanks. That's from Iggy's homeless smoking buddy out by the fountain.
He's not homeless. He works here. I saw it on the fan pages. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. They said, Iggy started talking, Tim interrupted, and he pouted and lit himself on fire. And it's all over the fan page. There's actually a meme of me on fire. And I said, no, I wasn't pouting. The string was bothering me on my shoes, so I just burnt it off.
Lit it off.
It had nothing to do with Tim doesn't interrupt me. I probably interrupted him. So, but it's all, they made a big deal about it. Funniest segment ever. What? It was just a quick little string burn.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe I'll burn another one today.
Oh, yeah. I think we'd all like to see it if you could.
The Colonel is going to join us every, let's see.
Monday.
Oh, no, I'm texting with him. I'm thinking it's TMA. He's going to be, I guess he'll do Tuesday. God bless America. I'm texting with him as we speak right now. I apologize. I screwed that up. He said, I got Kansas City at 8 o'clock. And I said, how about 7:30? And then I'm like, oh, he's with us on TMA on Mondays and Fridays. We're going to have to see if he can do Tuesday because we are off on Monday for Labor Day. Doug, off on Monday.
We
for
are
Labor
off
Day.
Monday, huh?
3-day weekend.
All right.
Everybody going to the lake?
Oh, I'd like to, but
Well, why don't we do
I
it?
don't think I will.
Cigarette boat?
I don't want to, yeah, sure. I wish I had one.
Nice.
Jenna Fisher was just at the lake.
Excuse me?
Jenna Fisher was at the lake.
Doug, Jenna Fisher of Nearings Hall.
Yeah.
I saw she posted a picture of a boat. Says, fun time at the Ozarks. Got to go home.
Yeah. There's a lot of people down there, that's for sure. Iggy just set his shoe on fire.
I set a string on fire, not a shoe.
But it was attached to your shoe.
Well, it went out before it got to the shoe.
Yeah. Okay. I think next time you do that, please let us all watch because it's fascinating how you trim up your shoes.
All right.
And I think Elia needs that fire truck down in Columbia because their corner may get burned.
Yesterday's episode of 15 Minutes of Fun with the Latchkey Kids was unparalleled levels of depressing. Ken bragging about having 4,500 Facebook friends discussing the semantics of liking versus commenting on Facebook posts, and feeling sorry for a lady no one knows named Anne whose post gets 0 likes. Dear God, for the first time ever, masturbating in your Section 8 cabin would be less depressing than your podcast. Doug, you can look outside and see the man writing the text.
Yeah,
it's that kid on the bike.
Yeah.
It's little Tommy Trivens.
Trivens, yeah. He's
I
out
thought
there.
it was a good topic.
So did I.
The topic was what now? Likes on Facebook?
I actually listened to it this morning while I was
Were you
reading.
depressed?
I love the show.
The and thing with
It's just, you having a treat, bro.
Big Donut.
It was a big chocolate
just-
long john.
It's just, I feel like the show is basically in a roundabout way of talking about the fan page.
Yeah, why is that?
It is a very
Did we
popular
bring up the fan
topic.
page?
Oh, I brought it
Well,
up.
it's about liking things on Facebook and then people on this morning's episode, well, yesterday's, I listened this morning, like at 5:30. I scroll through the podcast and I'm like, oh, I didn't listen to Pepper and Jeannie. Let's see what's doing. And I saw it was like the policy of Facebook likes or something like that. I'm like, oh, this is about the fan page. At least in my mind it is. And Iggy was talking about how he decides whether or not he accepts a friend request on Facebook and then whether or not he likes somebody's post. And Doug, it was 20 minutes of breaking that down.
It was basically how to get cool in the summer,
How to get cool.
which I
Are
think
the
might
two
be our
things
most
related?
downloaded podcast.
It's so good.
There are people that I feel sorry for that they keep posting and they get no likes.
You're talking about Stingray's forecasts?
Well, and I don't do that. No, he'll have to live with nobody liking his post when he posts on the fan page.
He actually keeps getting reported for spam. Like Facebook keeps like.
Oh, does he really?
Oh,
because he
he's
posts so much and
know
because he posts so much and nobody engages with it that they think that he's just spamming the fan page. And I feel bad for him.
But poor Ann.
But it's like, why would we care? Like your conversation with Mike Leake's dog walker.
Well, he tries to get it on the fan, but when nobody's liking his page, he comes to the fan page. Former Texas A&M third-string linebacker, if anybody's interested. No. But I feel bad for her. I used to work with her. You may know her. I think you were in the building when she was there. But
I'm sorry, what are we talking about?
Ann. I'm not going to give her last name out.
Doug Ann.
What's the
Ann.
government name?
I'm not giving her last name.
It was this, we've been at 100 different radio
Oh, I
stations.
know. I know who you're talking
I really
about.
don't.
It was at Webster.
You would know.
Okay.
She
Was she known as Annie?
No.
Okay. I wonder who this is then.
But she always
And
posts
she's on the
stuff.
fan page posting stuff?
No, not the fan page.
Oh.
It wasn't about the fan page yesterday, just Facebook in general. But she posts stuff, and she'll post a picture of stuff. I got all dolled up. I'm going out tonight, and nobody likes it. So I'll like. I feel bad, and then I'll comment. Looking good, kiddo. Just, I feel bad for people.
Well, I'll
that
write the
post.
name on here just because I'm legitimately curious. I feel like there were only like 10 people working there. So.
I think this is right.
3 letters in her last name.
Doug, 3
Oh,
letters.
Then no, I'm not
3
right.
letters.
Here, I'll write it down then.
Okay.
There's not many last names with only 3 letters.
Yeah.
Lee.
Lee. Yeah, Ann Lee.
Former
bad.
fan page moderator Neil Allen Craig Paquette says, Iggy, I have a spreadsheet of fan page spammers, cucks, and incels if you need it. Doug, that's the former fan page moderator.
Oh, okay.
Neil Allen Craig Paquette. Let me see what I got here.
All right, we're passing secret
I
notes.
honestly have no idea who that is.
She
It seems like it's a made-up name.
no, she did traffic in the back, and then at night she cleaned the office.
That sounds like the typical way to get into radio.
That
I
sounds
think
like
this must have
radio.
been when we weren't there.
Sure, I'll clean it up.
I thought she was, maybe not. But no, she's a sweet girl, but she gets no comments, no likes, so I just always help people out like that. It doesn't take 2 seconds to like somebody's post.
No, it doesn't.
And that made me just make their day. Like, oh, I got a like. So
Good morning, guys. Seriously, I come in peace. But we have to do something about Pepper and Jeannie automatically downloading to my phone. It's brutal. That's Harrison's brother, Matt. I really don't understand. I have one of my morning rituals outside of really like just fisting the hell out of myself
What?
is I go through the podcasts that have downloaded to my phone overnight, and then I decide what I'm going to listen to while I read and enjoy my coffee, and what I'm going to listen to as I drive here to Hubbard Radio. And the ones I don't have any interest in, I mark as played, and they disappear. So for those who are unhappy about Pepper and Jeannie automatically going to their phone along with the TMA podcast feed and the Tim McKernan Show podcast feed and Balloon Party, I ask, and I ask sincerely. I too come in peace, Doug. This is
Okay.
Geneva this morning.
All right.
I too come in peace.
Yes.
why don't you just skip it if you don't like it? I'm legitimately asking that because if it does pop up, you can just skip to another podcast. I'm legitimately asking.
Seems pretty simple, doesn't it?
Right.
They like complaining about it.
Yeah, that's all.
But Harrison's brother Master said he came in peace.
Well, some people on the fan page are comparing it to like the U2 album that was on one of the iPhones.
Yeah.
You could not delete that one. I mean, that was there.
I still have
forever.
some of those songs in my iTunes.
Yeah.
You
so,
had to listen to it.
Yeah.
It really turned me off.
And
I was
if
a
you-
big fan, and that really played a role in.
Oh,
For whatever reason, I don't know why. I just haven't, like, they came to St. Louis a few years ago, and my wife goes, "You want to go?" And I go, "God, I just don't. I have no idea what the hell happened, but I'm just not on board anymore." It's so strange. We saw them play in Chicago and Las Vegas, and obviously in St. Louis, and
They do a good show.
oh yeah,
That's one I would like to go to.
yeah. I mean, they know how to play. They know the formula. Obviously, been doing it for 40 years. But yeah, I'm out now. I don't know. I don't think I've seen him in the last 12 years. I think I last saw him in like Vegas in 2009.
Well, you've seen him 3 times, so.
I know, but I mean, you like to see that. You've seen how many times have you seen the Eagles?
Me?
Yeah.
Never.
Oh, really? I just figured you've seen him 100 times being a classic rock guy.
No, I've seen Joe
Don't
Walsh.
smack your lips.
I've seen
Don't
Joe-
smack them while you're waiting.
I've seen Joe Walsh in concert. I've seen Timothy B. Schmidt with Pogo in concert, but I've never seen the Eagles.
Well, what was the lip
But I've seen.
what would that?
I don't know. I was just like, what am I?
Okay,
I was
don't-
thinking. Like Fleetwood Mac, I've probably seen 7 times. Blue Oyster Cult, I've seen 8 times. So, but I've seen them all in a span of like 10 years because they were coming every year. So I get it if you're a huge fan of a band.
Oh, right.
But if somebody came and I hadn't seen him, God, I miss Fleetwood Mac. But I've seen him 7 times. So
Beer Cats is trying to explain the reason why Pepper and Genie's problematic to be in the TMA feed. He says, the only thing I can think of is people have autoplay turned on, and Pepper and Genie just starts after segment 3. With that said, hitting stop or skip isn't that hard. That's from Beer Cats.
Thank you, Beer
Well,
Cats.
and it's like the best open in the. on
Boy,
the
is it
planet.
ever.
Yeah,
I mean,
puts me in a good place. It's like the Curb Open.
Yeah, so
I'm a big fan of the No Laying Up Open, for those of you who listen to No Laying Up. It's one of the only podcast opens that I actually will sit through, even though I know it's coming. But Pepper and Genie's right there for me. And I love how the Plowhawk fades the music out at the end of Pepper and Genie. And they always kind of wrap it up by going, well, I guess we're done. Guess we got through this one.
And then the music
Just like
picks
it's
back
like
up.
this
Professional.
grueling task.
on the video you can see Iggy looking at the Adobe. Okay, we did 15 minutes. All right, now it's wrapping.
no, I don't even pay attention. If we do 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, we don't care. We just talk until we're done.
And the people think that me and Iggy are sabotaging it by allowing it to automatically download on the feed. You must not listen to the show very much. We don't even know how to do that.
No, I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think
Even
so.
if we did, I don't know if we'd remember to do that. So this is something that's out of my hands.
Nate in Tallahassee's looking for a fight. He says Pepper and Genie would be better without Iggy. But Plowhawk, at that point, then it'd just be you, correct?
Just Pep.
Yeah, and it would be awful. My God, would it be terrible. It would last one day.
Would
Text
it just be
inbox.
you eating like a ding dong?
Yeah, just giving a take.
I'd listen to that, honestly.
Maybe I'll do my own podcast called Hot Takes.
Look, I would be very happy to step away.
You are going now. You're resigning.
Oh,
Joe has
please
resigned from
don't.
Pick 6. Iggy is resigning from Pepper and Genie.
Please don't.
I mean, you act like this is something that I beg to do.
This last text hurt your feelings a little bit.
No, I'm just tired of him. I mean, our text inbox would be better if you weren't on it. Down in the panhandle.
A topic last week for 15 minutes, you talked about the expiration dates of milk and chickens.
I don't believe that was ever a topic. Not for 15 minutes.
Not for 15 minutes.
Look, if you don't like it, don't listen. I mean, God almighty. And we have nothing to do with the weight download. I can't even figure out how to get notifications off my phone.
Again.
More or less this.
He thought AirDrop was dropping photos out of a moving plane out the window. We don't understand technology. We do not have the capability of stopping this if we tried.
I mean, I'm dumb. It's simple as that. I'm old and I'm dumb. I did a cameo where part of the I guess I did it Sunday. Part of the ones wanted me to cuck him. And he said he goes on walking dates. So I did the whole cameo with the notes in front of me, and I said, now what kind of a loser goes on a walking date? I mean, can't you even afford a car?
Yeah. Good
I thought that's what a walking date was. You walk to pick up the girl. And I found out, no, a walking date is where you just go for a walk in the park or walk by the lake or...
Great first date.
Yeah, I thought it was you don't have a car, so you have to walk to pick her up. That's what I thought a walking date was, so...
Oh, I suppose it could be.
I'm not smart.
Hike on the first date, highly recommend. No money is exchanged, and it's a good way to hang out.
Oh, 100%. I like
This Jackson's banging in Little
Well,
Rock
I
a little
guess
bit
he is.
of late, I'm telling you.
And the traditional way is like go to a movie, but that's a bad way because you
Terrible
can't really
first date.
talk.
Ter-
Yeah, you got to watch the movie and you don't get to know 'em.
If you take a girl on a first date, sorry, Plaza, I didn't mean to.
Oh,
interrupt you.
you're good.
If you take a girl on a first date to a movie, and then you sit there, you don't know where to put your arm around her, you don't know what to do. It's a first date, and then the girl will go tell her friends, "Oh, how was your first date?" I don't know. I sat in the dark room for 2 hours with them, and I knew nothing about them.
Yeah.
Terrible first date.
Jackson's
Great
a
third,
coxman, Doug.
great third date though, because that's where you can advance the relationship.
Third.
What if you go out to dinner before or after, and then you have to ride in the car? And
No,
Then you're going on like a 4-hour
too
excursion.
long.
there got to be a meet and greet. Drinks and
Yeah.
ice cream, I figured out, is a great combo.
Absolutely.
You find
Really?
a bar near a Clementine's, or you kind of park
Billy
center
G's.
circle.
Nice,
That
Doug,
is
nice.
fantastic.
Yeah, great
You don't-
call, Doug.
You don't need to
Things
spend
are happening, Doug.
Yeah.
Clementine's right across the street.
You don't
right.
need to spend $100 on
Mhm.
something that neither one of you realize will work out or not.
Yep.
You know, through drinks and an ice cream, that's about 2.5 hours. You kind of get a gauge on if there's going to be a date, and at that point, then you do a movie maybe 4th or 5th date. Don't do pasta until about the 8th date.
Pasta.
What, for like anal night?
Well, that and just like it looks sloppy when you eat it. That's just my etiquette. I avoid Italian and pasta usually at the first few weeks of
Yeah,
the relationship.
or any important type meal if you're having it with clients or a professional setting. You don't want to order
You
something that
cannot
might wind up on your
possibly
clothes.
eat spaghetti that
No,
doesn't
don't
look
order
sloppy.
that.
It's a delicious meal. I absolutely love pasta.
Yeah. But
but
that's with your bros.
Yeah, but that noise too. Yeah.
And then having a noodle dangle a foot below your mouth.
for some reason, a 3 or 4 scotch and a vanilla cone just doesn't seem like it would mix.
I get it, and it can be separate. Usually, if you have drinks, you can stay there a couple hours, have multiple drinks, have a nice conversation. I just like the ice cream effect because you can kind of judge people by what flavor they get. Do they get it on a cone?
Yeah.
Things of that
Why would you
nature.
judge someone by the flavor?
I'm saying every situation when you're on a first meet and greet, you're basically judging everything that they do.
Doug, great news. Buzz wants to talk about it on the Steve Schmidt Key of
Okay.
North County phone lines. We solicit callers. Most of the callers are female. In this case, this is Buzz.
Oh, hello, Buzz.
Morning, boys. How we doing?
With average, how about you?
Yeah, average is right. So I have a first date story for you. I know
All
we're
right.
talking about that.
Okay.
And I was on Tinder and Hinge and all that before I'm happily or semi-happily married. And I would talk to these people on Tinder, and I would back out last second. I'm like, I'm not meeting up with them. That sounds horrible. And I would continuously do that. Finally, I got talked into meet this girl face-to-face, go out to dinner. I was like, I'm going to try it. Let's see what happens. It was a great date. Everything going okay. I was like, wow, maybe this is good. And then she ordered an extra large pizza for herself.
Oh, wow.
She wasn't a hefty girl, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of impressed by this. Like, I like a girl who can pound it down. But then she ate one piece, and then she asked for a box, and I was like, okay, that's kind of strange. And then she goes, yeah, this was a great date, but me and my ex-boyfriend are gonna try to make it work, and this is his favorite pizza. And she boxed up the damn pizza.
Oh, my
for
God.
him,
Dude.
Is that a cuck?
brought it home.
Oh,
Is that a cuck,
Yeah,
boys?
it's a pepperoni cock.
It was pepperoni too.
Sure
I was like,
it was.
I
Yeah,
had
Doug knew
nothing to
about it.
say.
Doug was the ex.
I don't know if there was a cuck in there because there's no sex involved, but she
What did-
definitely used you.
Yeah, there's definitely no sex involved. I was just speechless. I actually said, I hope he enjoys the pizza. I was so flabbergasted. I wished that he enjoyed it.
Now, did you go
It was
Dutch?
horrible.
I know typically that's sometimes what people do on a first date. I don't. I typically pay for it. With this after you've already forked over the 30, 40, 50 bucks for the meal?
Yeah, oh yeah, no, I
Oh,
paid
that's
for it all.
yeah, that's brutal. That's not
That's
yeah,
not
rude.
it was
acceptable,
up,
man.
yeah, so that kind of put me away from Tinder for a little bit.
She
but
told you that after
just
you
another
paid?
embarrassing-
After the pay,
She
it's-
told
Yeah,
you
she's a
after
scam
you paid?
artist.
Oh, that's-
It's clear she's a scam
After
artist.
the-
Oh, wow.
It
Oh,
was
that's
pretty. It was pretty brutal.
That's a
pretty
lot
brutal.
of work.
Sorry, Buzz.
So that's another embarrassing story, like the girl that fell through the bunk bed I had a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
But Mizzou game day, baby. Who's pumped up? Let's go, Tigers.
Fight Tigers.
I'm jacked up. I need to go pick
Wish
up
Gabe
more.
were doing his post-game show to make me more enthusiastic.
I concur.
I was trimming the Tiger in my days at Mizzou.
That ain't going to play
I
well in
was
the
a weird
Texan
guy
much.
that would dance around.
No.
A girl actually asked me to have sex with her with the Truman head on.
No.
It
A
was the
furry!
goofiest
Doug,
thing
a furry!
Those are
He opened the door to leave for whatever reason, and I was screaming with the door open, a furry, Doug, a furry. Can you imagine who was in the hallway hearing that?
David Freeze.
How did you get the job as
Freeze here?
Truman?
No, I'm kidding.
How'd you get the job as
It was a half
Truman?
furry. I drank a lot with a guy who was already Truman. He said you'd be good dancing. I said okay. And then you had a weird tryout, and then I just became Truman.
Huh. You enjoy that?
Yeah. Oh, it was fantastic. I got to go to the SEC championship games and Dallas for the Cotton Bowl. So I had a good run there. So it was really cool.
They
One time
pay-
the whole South Carolina.
Do they
the whole
pay you
South
to do
Carolina
that?
team saw me naked.
Oh,
What was it?
is that a paying job?
You get a credit hour, and then you get all the free merch that the football team gets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I looked like an athlete, but they're like, "What'd you do?" I was like, "Oh, I'm a mascot." And they would just laugh at
Did
me.
you get that backpack? That's the sign of an athlete, is the backpack.
Oh, yeah.
Still wear. I have the same backpack from 2012. It's really reliable, so I still use it. But yeah, the whole South Carolina team saw me naked. I got out of a cold shower after doing college game day when Matty Mock brought the Fighting Tigers to a W in 2013, I think.
Well, they lost
I
in
got out of it.
2013, Doug. That was a field goal off the upright the same night as the interference in Game 3 of the World
Was it
Series.
14 when we went down there and we beat them in like the fourth quarter?
Had to have been.
Yeah, because 13 was at Columbia.
And then I got out of a cold shower and the whole South Carolina team saw my little wee wee.
What were they doing in the shower?
Put that off.
No, I was taking a shower. I had to borrow a room, and the whole dance team used that room too. And I heard them coming. I was so tired that I just laid there with my junk out, and it was embarrassing.
Huh. Did you have a Truman head on at that point?
No, I was just myself. It was really disappointing.
Did you
for
wind up
everybody.
engaging in coitus with that girl with the Truman head on?
Yeah, no, that definitely happened. I had sex with a girl with the Truman head on. She was actually a Missouri cheerleader.
What in
And
God's
we went into the
name?
Truman locker room. She said, "Put it on," and I just wore the head.
That's pretty sick.
Huh.
I feel like I should forward this to
I'm telling you.
Gabe so he can do a pregame story on it.
Talk with the current Truman.
Oh, you can
Ask
you
him if he
imagine
knows what he's got to
Gabe
live up
getting
to.
on a typewriter?
I'm going to text the colonel right now to let him know.
That's on my resume. So, all right, boys. Well, I gotta go. Go Tigers. Go Alliance. I love you, boys.
Okay.
Elia. I like how people are starting to use his full name because really he needs to have his finger put in it. You know.
I like Buzz.
Yeah, Buzz is funny.
That's kind of creepy, isn't it?
No,
I guess
say-
we don't kink shame. What am I
there's a
doing?
huge furry community. In
Yeah, you're right.
Apparently there is.
There is.
It's huge.
I just
Come on.
psychologically, because again, Doug, as you know, in this was your mission statement. We wanted this show to be the most sex positive show on HD2.
I don't care about that.
Doug Vaughn's mission statement.
I don't care about that at all.
And so hey, whatever floats your boat, it's not going to impact any of us. But I'm just curious psychologically what having a mascot head on or receiving the high hard one while somebody is wearing a mascot head, psychologically what that triggers to get you off. That's what I'm
I would
legitimately
imagine
curious.
It's nothing psychological. It's the alcohol talking, and you think, oh, this will be funny. Put the hat on. Whoa, woo, and that's about the end of it.
I think that could be PNG today. Is what animal would you be if you were a furry?
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Because you do.
No,
get
that's nice. That's a nice
I
topic.
don't believe it's furry.
We might
community's large.
hijack that for balloon party. Though.
I've never.
Isn't the
thought of it.
obvious answer gerbil?
No.
Yeah.
Well, do you get to pick, or is there like a hierarchy that kind of
I feel like it's all in the bunny family.
chooses your spirit animal? Because they're like,
Like a committee?
everybody would just pick like a tiger or some,
Lion.
predator.
Yeah.
But who could be like, yeah, I'll be the muskrat. No, yeah,
Oh.
sign me up. I'll be the squirrel.
Oh,
I think that's an interesting thing. I
I'm
wonder how you
gonna
get
start a
in.
new fetish instead of the furry. You put on a celebrity's face over yours.
a mask.
A mask.
I'll be Billy Dee Williams.
Today I want you to wear the Mila Kunis mask.
Nice.
I'm sure every girl would love that.
I want to be
I
Wilford
want to see
Brimley.
someone who's not you.
Yeah.
That'd
Oh,
be-
there's times that I've pretended it was somebody else.
Ow.
Adam Scott.
No. Now, if I'm not going to say one way or the other about the 3 stories that Buzz has told. But if I told those 3 stories, a girl falling through the bunk beds and then having sex with the guy below him, having sex with a girl that put on a Truman head,
Yeah.
and then a girl buying a large piece and saying, I'm taking it to my ex-boyfriend. If I would have told those 3 stories, there would be nothing but liar, liar, liar on the text inbox.
Well, Buzz isn't really getting a high approval rating, I
Well,
can tell
no,
you.
they probably
He's
hate
not
him.
well liked.
That's what happened.
I just
they hate
find
all
those.
the
I just
callers.
find those 3 stories hard to believe.
I buy them. The Truman,
Jackson's buying stock.
the Truman head thing, like that's
That's really surprising to me for like a 21-year-old.
yeah, something's up there. But the
Because I
pizza,
believe, and I could be off on this, and Jackson, you're 24, so we can
Okay.
we can tap into the 20-something demographic. But from my standpoint, in particular, I think females get more comfortable with the freakier side as they get into their 20s and 30s and
40s,
yeah.
And a 21-year-old college girl.
Yeah, just
Mike,
wanting Buzz to wear the Truman head, unless he's repulsive, and that was just a way to cover his head. But he's well hung,
Right.
and she wanted his love, but she didn't want to see Buzz, and therefore thought Truman would be more visually appealing to get her where she wanted to go.
listen, I knew some freaks at Mizzou, so that's not. That's,
wow.
That's not to say.
Jackson, tell a story, why don't you?
I'm just saying it's not out of the realm of possibility that some girl would be very promiscuous while in college.
Wouldn't it be easier just to say, just do me doggy? I don't have to look at you.
Took that
Okay.
off.
well,
But being promiscuous is different than being freaky.
Right, but both were certainly the case.
Well,
Give me an idea, just so I can use it in the commercial break.
Well, I told you the story of my buddy who bed the 2 girls right there.
Gareth.
It wasn't Gareth. But my buddy bedding 2 girls and who were roommates in the same night, like back to back.
That's not freaky. That's just
That's
good
not
for him.
freaky.
It's not freaky.
I'll
Good for
put that
him.
in the freak category. This cheerleader, though, my guess is daddy issues with a dad who went to KU. Because, like, and
Nail
maybe
it down to
even,
a
really digging
specific
deep.
college. What did he major in?
and maybe he take it a step further, maybe he went the Jayhawk mascot.
Oh.
She has a problem with her dad. She goes to Mizzou and thought, the icing on the cake to get back at him, I'm going to bang Truman.
Guys, to be clear, I don't think Buzz stipulated the cheerleader was a lady. Thank you. It's Danny Tanner.
That's true.
Fair.
Man, the
Well, I think
wiki-
all kinds of crazy stuff happens in college when everyone's plastered 3 or 4 nights a week.
Raby just wrote, "That's because you're a liar." I don't know I don't know what the context was. I just saw Raby and texted it.
Well, I don't lie. I haven't lied about anything, buddy. You've yet to point out anything, even though you try.
Sounds like you just threw down the gauntlet.
Oh, he's
We
tried.
got a lie off here.
He's tried many times. Could it be that there wasn't a Truman head? It was actually that big Cornhusker guy's head?
Oh, yeah, that would hurt.
Yeah.
I just think Buzz, I believe it because I could see that happening while I was at Mizzou. Maybe not, it'd be tough to identify, like, oh yeah, you'd bang Truman, but I could see it happening.
I've had some terrible dates in my time, but I've never had one where she ordered an extra large pizza and after I paid said, "Thank you, I'm getting back with my ex-boyfriend and he loves this pizza." I mean,
That's
nobody
brutal.
is
that
that.
sounds like a cuck. I guess it's not a cuck, though. It's not a cuck because there wasn't sex.
There wasn't sex involved.
Well, psychologically, though, that's a cucking.
Yeah, she's about an hour away from eating that pizza you bought and having sex with the ex-boyfriend. So, I mean,
That's why I find
that's
that
an
one hard to
incoming
believe.
cuck.
I find that one hard to believe. There's girls on Tinder and that are looking for sex, not to go out and I got one on the hook. I'm going to get an extra large pizza for my boyfriend.
I don't know.
I'd do it.
There's some people that are pretty callous, pretty darn rude out there. Pretty mean-spirited and rude. There's people out there.
Well, that's a bad beat if it happened.
I also told the story of a girl at Mizzou who, every time she went out to the bar, she would wear a plug.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Wow,
I've
wow,
known a
wow.
girl-
Is
I've
she
known a
available
girl.
for the 8 o'clock hour to get everybody ready for Missouri and Louisiana Tech?
You talking about
that is
earplugs?
sporting AF.
In case they go pool hopping later, you got the earplugs in?
No, this would go.
It's in the Harrier hole.
Go!
You rube. Did you actually see it?
My buddy, not
Gareth.
Gareth, bed her one night and definitely did see it.
So it was in during the sex.
Yeah.
but she just wears it like a pair of earrings.
Yep.
Sporting.
Every single time she goes out.
Well, that's kind of freaky.
Now, how did you justify? How do you know that? How do you nail that information down every time she goes out?
She said it, and then my buddy, when he bet her that night, she was wearing it. He didn't see her put it in, but it was there.
How does she go to the bathroom?
Nice question.
Well, you can take it out.
Well, she's just going number one.
Well, I'm not talking number one.
Then she would take it out.
All right, so it does come out.
Is it what?
I never said it was like a
Yeah,
permanent.
an implant. No, but I don't think anybody thought it was an implant.
But where does she put, is it now like in like a drawer with like her?
I think it's in the
gown
Smithsonian.
and, like,
Yeah.
like where you keep all your old college stuff, like
National
your diploma,
Archives.
and just-
I always wonder, do you dishwash that or you hand wash
Doug,
it?
do you dishwash those, or how do you handle
the
it?
glass you can dishwash.
I got 2 metal
My
ones.
forks. Oh,
You have 2 metal butt plugs, sir.
Yeah, they're shiny silver ones. They were
This
given
is brutal.
to me in
Do you use
unboxing.
pledge on those, or how
I've
do you
never
keep them
used
so
them.
shiny?
But when I dust, I'll go and I'll take a little rag and I'll
How often
wipe
do you
them off.
dust?
How often you dust your butt plugs, bro?
I have to dust once a week in this house. I don't know where the dust is coming from. I really don't.
Air vents.
I guess, but it's just
Open the door and it blows in.
But when I dust the cases, and then let's take a little towel of that and wipe it off so it's nice and shiny, and I wipe the butt plugs.
So you're keeping them out to display them.
I'm not keeping them out. They're on a bookshelf.
That's displaying them.
They look like I don't know what they look like. They look like butt plugs, but
Yeah, I'm gonna say they're.
they're attractive looking.
Oh.
They're silver and shiny, and one's got like a raccoon tail with
Oh, that's so
This
nice.
is brutal.
rainbow tail on it.
A rainbow tail.
Yeah, it's got a little tail on it with like rainbow colors, like a LGBTQ.
Wow, very progressive butt plug.
They were given to me in an unboxing.
Whoop, butt plugs.
I still have 2 bags of all the unboxing stuff I got. I just threw it in my closet. I don't remember what's in there. One day I should just do recap of an unboxing and just dump all the stuff on the floor and say, let's remember what I got a couple years ago and go through it. I know that dildo's still in there.
Oh.
Classic rock.
You may not have had a date where a girl took a pizza home, but you did have a date where a listener and her husband yacked a meat lover's Papa John's into your living room sink
that
after
counts.
burping up your exoskeleton. Thanks. That's from, I got 2 shiny silver ones that I wipe down when I dust my house, and I'm using the term house literally.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a
cock.
I don't have a sink in my living room.
Raby
yeah, you're right,
says
Jimmy.
you should get a cleaning lady, like the one you lied about. That's from Chris Raby, who is active in the Engineer Design Facilities section.
Yeah. Well, again, that wasn't a lie. You won't be able to prove anything.
You used to have a cleaning lady at the apartment?
Yeah.
Just came in and cleaned your smallish apartment and then turned, reared, and exited?
Well, it turned out to be ended up being a trade deal.
Oh.
4 cents.
Oh, that's right.
No, it was a real
It was
company.
a bit of,
Oh.
bit of payola.
No,
I thought you.
I could do anything I wanted on Kegler's Corner.
Wow.
Well, you can't really. There are radio rules.
Well, back in the day that nobody followed them.
No. We usually have to sign some kind of contract about payola and plugola.
Yeah, that's correct.
Didn't
Big
do that-
thing.
Didn't do that either.
Oh, it's big.
It is if you work for a company that follows that stuff.
Well, I think they all do.
I,
Because it's highly illegal if you don't, if you violate it. Not saying you did here.
I own the show, so it was I sold spots and then I traded spots and things like that.
Yeah. Well, that's probably legit.
Doug,
But let's say I create a game.
Yeah. Done that.
Mark Milton is legit, isn't he?
Oh, is it?
Oh, is he ever? Especially if you got any kind of a tax problem at all, because Mark Milton's right there to help you out. You've probably heard by now that the IRS is receiving an additional $80 billion in funding to increase enforcement and audits of taxpayers. If that news worries you a bit, contact former Department of Justice Tax Division Attorney Mark Milton at stltaxlawyer.com. If you have unfiled tax returns, now is the time to act. Mark and his team focus on tax debt resolution and can help with years of unfiled tax returns, defense against audits, and even criminal tax investigations. Clean up your tax issues and get yourself back into compliance before all those new IRS agents are hired and enforcement ramps up. If you have IRS problems, contact STL tax lawyer Mark Milton at stltaxlawyer.com. You'll be saying, "Hey, IRS, I'm not guilty. I'm with Milty. I've been working with Milty for years, not because I have tax issues, but I have my taxes done." He'll do that too, but really he's focusing on tax resolution. Remember, the choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on adverts.
Michelob Ultra, the sponsor of our studios here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After, also the sponsor of the Lemmings Open, and we will be at Maggie O'Brien's for our pre-party on Thursday, September 22nd, and then the Lemmings Open all sold out, and that is taking place on Friday, September 23rd at Normandy Donut Drive-In for lunch. Potbelly sandwiches, which is right here near us for lunch. I said Donut Drive-In breakfast, Potbelly sandwiches lunch, and Uncle Leo's pizza for dinner. How do you do? And you got Michelob Ultra all day long. Michelob Ultra, let me see, 95 calories?
Yeah, 95.
2.6 grams of carbs if you're tracking your macros.
That's exactly
Michelob Ultra, it's only worth it if you enjoy it. The sponsor of the studios here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After, and Munganess is the sponsor of our daily fantasy sports showdown. Clayton Patterson from Munganess is coming by the station right after I get done with Balloon Party today, and they are taking care of my whip, and it is a great thing to have a partnership with a place like Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. What a partnership it's been over the last couple of years. Incredibly grateful for it. They are at stlouisacura.com. They are at altontoyota.com. And if you would like a personal, via email, introduction to Jamie Burkhardt, email me, tmckernan at insidestl.com, and I will introduce you to Jamie Burkhardt. You can go shopping at stlouisacura.com or altontoyota.com for new, for pre-owned vehicles, and just get your car serviced there, even if you didn't get it from there. It's Munganest, St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota. Brand new T-shirts at tmastlshop.com, and everything is 10% off. Even the older stuff, 10% off. Really? Even the new stuff, 10% off. It's the black and gold with the state of Missouri and the TMA logo, and it's the orange and blue with the state of Illinois and the TMA STL logo. It's all up there in addition to the hats, the head covers for your golf clubs, the hoodies. Everything is up there at tmastlshop.com, and no promo code is needed. You just get 10% off. We're going to have more and more merchandise here in the month of September. tmastlshop.com. Well, Doug, the eyes of the sports world were not focused on Cincinnati as Lars Nootbaar won it for the Cardinals last night to take 2 or 3 from the Reds, and Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina's final game in Cincinnati, unless the two teams are to meet in the NLCS, which I guess is about a 20%.
Reds would have to probably win them all. They have to run the table.
The eyes were focused on what was taking place in Flushing, New York. Yes, Flushing, New York, as one of the all-time greats came to town and performed at the highest level. Were you watching?
No, I wasn't.
Why not?
I forget what I was doing last night. I was watching the Cardinals. I don't watch a lot of tennis anymore.
This was in tennis. I'm talking about Timmy Trumpet. This is what happened last night. Timmy Trumpet.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about Serena Williams.
I did too.
Timmy Trumpet. He came out to play his trumpet when Edwin Diaz came in to close out the game against the Dodgers. What the hell you think I was talking about? Take a listen.
And now Timmy Trumpet takes center stage as Edwin Diaz gets ready to come in looking for a save.
Doug, listen to this. Timmy Trumpet.
This is incredible.
Has he started playing yet?
No. Here comes Edwin Diaz. The door is open. Timmy Trumpet.
Well, play something.
Isn't that just the Met mascot with the head?
Oh, it's Timmy Trumpet.
He's a real artist.
I don't know who that is.
Timmy Trumpet.
This is what they play when Edwin Diaz runs on the field. I like that.
You should see the TikTok Jackson did of me.
Doesn't have to be about you.
Here comes Edwin Diaz.
That's a lot of pressure on a closer with that kind of injury.
Oh, the crowd at Citi Field was going wild as Timmy Trumpet emerged from the stands and began playing his trumpet.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
I love that.
Like
yeah.
It's awesome.
Like 7 minutes in between innings.
Well, they were bringing in a reliever. He's warming up. He
Talking
ran in.
about
Well, they
speeding
brought
up
him
the
in
game.
probably the top of the inning, I would think.
No,
Bottom of the
no.
inning.
There will be no talking this down. That is awesome. That brought so many eyes to baseball. That is good for baseball.
Next thing you know, Lady Gaga is going to be jumping out of a helicopter. We're going to have to wait for the string to be detached before she can come out and play 5 minutes before somebody. I love it. No, I
do
absolutely
too.
love it. But when you talk about pace of play for the game,
Well, it's gonna. The pitcher has to come out and throw some pitches anyways. Why not make it awesome?
He's got to walk from the bullpen to the mound and then throw 7 pitches. He got a few minutes.
took 5 minutes.
yeah, like it should. You
literally
should only
took
be
1
able to
minute.
take 2
1 minute.
pitches. Now.
That was a 1.5 minute
It
clip.
was 1 minute before they even got to the trumpet.
I'm calling
I'm not
Gallegos.
poo-pooing it. I'm just
Stop poo-pooing
saying it.
this. We all love this.
Y'all are haters.
I have to disagree that it brings a lot of people to the game.
Oh, I think it does.
Are they
though.
watching the game after he gets in? The song's over. They go back to whatever they were watching.
Don't you think the people in the stands like that? Thought that was
The place was up for snatch grabs.
They were already there. They weren't coming for
But
that.
they liked it. They enjoyed it.
The
Sure
Twitter
they
clip
did.
has millions of views.
Good. It's fun to watch. But I don't know how many of those millions of views actually are going to ball games.
Okay.
They need to cater more to the casual fans like me who leave in the 5th inning. I need that before the 9th inning. I need that like
Yeah.
every inning to keep me
you
awake.
need my release the Hoosier proposal earlier, like third or fourth inning.
You do that in the 3rd or 4th inning, I'm
Yeah.
all in.
Yeah,
I
I
am
bet you
all
would be.
in.
Yeah.
Guys, only Iggy would listen to something like that for a pitcher in New York and then say, hey, you should see my TikTok.
Yeah. Well, Jack did one of me. I didn't even know what that was
Okay,
when he
let's
said,
hear about yours.
let's
Let's
do
get off this
Diaz's
thing.
interest. I said, I don't know what that is. What should I do? So I didn't even know what it was when he asked me to do it.
Did Iggy really bring himself up
I did,
being
yes.
on TikTok in the middle of the trumpet playing? That's from Caller Ellen.
I did. Ellen, go to TikTok and watch the one Jackson did of me.
We want
Wow.
to
on
see
Instagram.
this and hear this
Promo.
out of
Well,
New
this
York.
was just audio. Mine is video.
There's probably video to go with
There
it.
is video. The
Oh,
door opens, the song changes, the drums begin to beat. Then Timmy Trumpet emerges from the third base dugout, and then then the place is up for snatch grabs.
Yeah. Sounds like a matador's coming into the ring.
I tell you what that says. You have enough time to go to the bathroom.
I bet it gets the pitcher revved up too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
incredible.
I'm sure he likes it. I
They
have
did
no-
a
I
nice
have no
thing for
problem.
Wild Thing Bond in Major League when he came in
I
too.
have no problem.
Jason Mott came out in 2011 to close out Game 7 of the World Series to this song. What was it? Go.
Can I have initials, please?
I thought maybe somebody would get it without any hints.
Thunderstruck?
No.
Nah, I thought it was a good
Who
guess.
played? Somebody was a Thunderstruck guy, wasn't it? Trevor Hoffman was Hell's Bells.
Right.
Maybe
What
that
was
the-
Mar-
Mariano was Enter Sandman.
Enter Sandman. Somebody was. Yeah, I forgot.
Was it Heads Will Roll?
No. This was hip hop from like 2003.
Well, Helsley,
Oh.
I don't know what was it.
Grills by Paul Wall?
That's a great guess.
That is a nice guess.
It wasn't.
That would
back
not play
that,
well in the sound off set.
Was it
Oh my
Outkast?
God.
It was not.
Back that ass up.
Girl, you look good.
Is it Birdman, Little Wayne, or is it Black Eyed
Stunned Like My
Peas?
Daddy?
Oh, man.
This song was the most prominent song in a film that garnered attention, crossover attention, in 2003.
Eminem.
Yes!
Oh, was it Lose Yourself?
Yes!
Oh.
Oh, yeah. That's a pretty good one.
Now,
That's not bad.
we didn't have Timmy Trumpet in 2011, though. What if Timmy Trumpet is out on the field for Game 7 of the World Series between the Yankees and Mets? Or Game 7 of the NLCS between the Cardinals and Dodgers?
Well, I know Cardinal Nation fan page will have something to say about it.
Probably won't be.
And
Remember
it'll be a
that-
lot of Carlos Martinez regurgitated takes.
Remember that classical music song they played in Apocalypse Now for the Air Cavalry?
Valkyrie. The
That'd be
Ride
great
of the
to
Valkyrie.
bring in Ryan Helsley out of the bullpen.
And he needs
Pull
a
that
good
up,
song
Blauhawk, so
like
that people
that.
can.
The
What
Cavalry's
was it,
coming.
Valkyrie?
I think it's Ride of the Valkyrie.
Tim, Dave Veers was thunderstruck. I'm going to have to call on that and just see what happens on the turn. Because Dave Veers was anything but a super nice guy.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't be nicer, but
Yeah.
not necessarily the most intimidating closer.
Is it Richard Wagner?
Wagner, yeah.
Wagner?
You remember, yeah.
Give me.
You remember that scene in the in Apocalypse
I
Now,
remember.
right?
I don't
When
remember if I remember
when the
this.
helicopters all came up and started to attack. They played. There it is.
Oh yeah.
I thought they play a lot of Woodstock music.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, you could jog in from the bullpen behind that, can you?
Well, why not
It's
use
maybe
a
a little
bullpen?
too slow.
This one needs a bullpen cart to it. Like if that one had like a, if you got to drive out and they had like maybe a theme to it, that'd be cool.
What if Diaz comes in like after an inning, like going into the bottom of the ninth, and they bring him in? Do they still play the music?
In a tie game, yeah.
No, if he's coming in for a save in the bottom of the ninth, the game's at Shea.
Well, that's
City
exactly
Park
when
Farm.
they would do it, isn't it?
That's what they did last night. It was 2-1.
Because normally they'll make a change and the guy comes in from the bullpen and everybody's still there. And in between innings, it's usually he just walks in, during the break. And
Right. They may not be able to do it then.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Mark Melanson does Thunderstruck.
That didn't really work when you're
Damn.
blowing saves every other night.
Miss. Good on the Pirates, though.
Proud member of the Sauce Bosses.
Doug, the Sauce Bosses are fighting for their lives in our league.
Oh, big time.
Fighting for their lives.
Kenley Jansen comes out to California Love by Tupac. That's a good one.
He also is a little wobbly.
Yeah.
Especially in St. Louis.
What a scene this would be. Joshua's Boyfoy plays over Busch loudspeakers. Mike Lee emerges from the bullpen. John Talty covering the game from outside right field. And he starts tongue-kissing local journalists.
Oh.
Doug, that's from Deke Dotem.
Okay, Dotem. Knock it off.
You guys remember Shea Bittenbender walking out to the lane to heaven by Los Lonely Boys during the sixth frame with a Hazelwood Aldi soft opening invitational. Thanks. Jackson, turn the audio down and talk about my TikTok.
I got it pulled up, ready to show Doug at the break.
Doug has to
Okay.
take a phone call, he thinks.
Yeah, we couldn't get through
Maybe
the
I'll
one
just
thing.
play it and
with-
put it right in front of the camera.
All right.
Now you can go to TikTok yourself and watch.
It's on Instagram.
Oh, Instagram.
I'm supporting Josh. Out of town supporting Josh. Yeah, I might as well support too.
That wouldn't be a bad song for a reliever to come out to. And just look at the faces of the beat fam saying, what?
Hello, world. Welcome to the Bonita Show. I am here at Fat Buddha Studio.
Doug, just
where we're gonna
what you do there is you
record
say to the
Joshua.
lensman and your guest, Joshua, I'm sorry I butchered it. I'll get it right the second time. Let's do another take.
I would.
I didn't know that one was on here. I'm gonna clip that off.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to try to find the Boyfoy song.
Should be in our system. I've played it before.
Boy,
I know. I'm just.
You'll
I
be
don't
my
know where
girl,
it's located.
Foy.
Oh, it's such a banger.
Jackson, I will gape you to the TMA opening song, You Little Boy Slut. That's from the recovering alcoholic from Belleville and Webster Groves. Very passive when it comes to me and Michael Wellington being at his home in his bedroom. Very aggressive when it comes to Jackson, though.
Yeah, it is wild. Jermaine Stewart wouldn't be bad to gape to,
Right?
but probably wouldn't be my perfect pick.
Doug, Mount Rushmore songs to gape to.
I don't think there's any such
Welcome
thing.
to Atlanta, Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, Yellow by Coldplay.
Yellow.
Something by Breaking
So
Benjamin.
Brown by Coldplay.
Maybe like
It's Friday by The Cure.
no, yeah.
What about
I don't know that
Heartbreaker by
tune.
Halsey?
Glowworm?
Glowworm is a great song.
Glowworm
to
is
be
a good
gaped.
song to
Yeah.
gape to.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
I
I
agree
like
with that.
Ash
Daddy
Ray.
Butter by Doug Vaughn.
Oh, that's a remix, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
the
might be the
remix,
best
the
one.
Ravy
And a
remix.
Halloween song by Acoustic,
By Acoustic Session. Yep. Often
Halloween.
played often in my home around 9 o'clock. Let me tell you about VIP Auto Accessories, because that's Tommy Sabolka, and he is a friend of the show, is what he is. You know what he is? He's actually a friend of the Feather. Tommy Sabolka is a friend of the Feather. He is back on here, the Ryan Kelly Morning After, and it is great to have him. And he is a big part of the TMA ecosystem. I know the guys at Design Air Heating and Cooling use him. At Munganast, they use him. It's VIP Auto Accessories, your one-stop full-service shop for all your auto accessory needs. They do van and truck upfitting for commercial fleet vehicles, provide graphic solutions for vehicles, retail office space, floors, windows, and more, and have a full array of public safety solutions, including for EMS and police fleets. VIP is now a full-service operation providing top-quality service and the ability to get it done now. VIP's one-stop shop will save you time and hassle. Go to VIP Auto Accessories or call Tommy Sabolka directly Ask for them. 314-428-3900. 314-428-3900. Or email him at tommy.cibulka@VIPAutoaccessories.com. It's VIP Auto Accessories, offering quality and the ability to get it all done at one place. A full-service operation. One-stop shop. They take the vehicle from point A to point Z. VIP saves you time and hassle. It's quicker to deal with VIP than 2 to 3 vendors with multiple locations. Call Tommy at 314-428-3900 or email him, tommy.cibulka@VIPAutoaccessories.com. There it is. Send your emails in. Keep in mind, tomorrow's Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. 2 tickets to the Cardinals and Cubs Champions Club, courtesy of Design Air Heating and Cooling for Friday night's game. How do you do?
Well,
Thank you, Seth
I'm okay.
Goldcamp.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much. And TMASTLshop.com. Everything is 10% off today, and you can get those brand new shirts with the black and gold TMA logo for Missouri football, the blue and the orange for the Illini, and everything is 10% off, including the new stuff and the older stuff. TMASTLshop.com. 10% off, no promo code needed. All right, we close out our Munganess St. Louis Acura Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. The appliance discounters 8 o'clock hours. Next, this is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Get the TMA mobile app and enable notifications so you don't miss a thing. See our content on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Stream us on the TMA mobile app and at TMASTL.com.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Hey, it's Jackson for Rosalitas. TMA listeners know that Rosalitas Cantina has the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From tableside guac to piled high nachos, the amazing menu at Rosalitas is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita, and Rosalitas has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 7, and let Rosalitas cater your next event. Check out RosalitasCantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalitas.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan for Design Air Heating and Cooling. I am a very happy client. Design Air Heating and Cooling and Seth Goldcamp and his incredible staff, which you can find online at designairservice.com. Just go to the website, click on the Book Now tab, and any issues you may be having with your HVAC system, they will take care of immediately. The customer service second to none. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling online at designairservice.com. This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago and they still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
Hey, it's Jackson for Rosalitas. TMA listeners know that Rosalitas Cantina has the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From tableside guac to piled high nachos, the amazing menu at Rosalitas is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita, and Rosalitas has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 7, and let Rosalitas cater your next event. Check out RosalitasCantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalitas.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. In studio today with one of my favorites, Tim McKernan, the man, the myth, the legend. We're here at Hubbard Radio. I checked out the new studio today.
What do you think?
The wallpaper is fabulous.
How about that?
Man, that's like 10, 11 years in the making.
It really was.
One of the best investments, one of the best deals I've ever done. I've said that over a decade. I still mean that. But the good work that the show has done, the money that's been raised, the community, the culture, everything about it. I'm a TMA limiting for life, you know. I don't know what else to say about that, except if you need a mortgage, visit thehomeloanexpert.com.
Join the Ryan Kelly Morning After, September 22nd at Maggie O'Brien's in Sunset Hills for the night before the sold-out Lemmings Open pre-party. It's a night of TMA Live from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Join your TMA favorites as the guys host a wing-eating contest, trivia, and plenty of games. Get $16 domestic bucket specials, and don't miss their house specialty Reuben rolls. It's a free event brought to you by Mick Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. And Munganast Acura and Toyota, better than ever for you, their customer.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Check out listener rewards on the new TMA mobile app. Watch the show live on the TMA studio cams. Find it at TMASTL.com. Get the podcast on the TMA app. Download it now.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Well, let's put our golf where our mouths are.
Now,
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2.
Beats by the Quan. She says she's too old for me.
Boy.
The cover of this on SoundCloud is me like sparkly with lipstick. God, it's so depressing.
It's hot. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After. This is the Appliance Discounters 8 o'clock hour. Your hometown appliance source featuring major brands like GE, Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Plowhawk, Jackson with you here as we start the 8 o'clock hour. And Iggy is heading down to Columbia to tailgate, so he will not be with us for the remainder of the program.
I thought he was going to try to get some pregame interviews.
Talk it over with Luther Burden about his delicious potato chips.
Right. Have you seen those in the stores anywhere?
I have not.
Apparently, they sell them at Blue City Deli.
Ooh, Bill.
Oh, do they?
And
What are they?
my buddy got them, and he said they're incredible. They're like honey barbecue red hot riblets.
Oh,
Bill,
yeah.
Bill.
Yeah, they sell them at the Conoco off Kings Highway, too.
Well, what were they waiting for? If it tastes so good, if Luther Burden never came around, were they just going to sit on these potato chips?
Well, they're going to call on Elias.
Elias.
Let it go, Plowsy.
If Missouri loses tonight,
Oh my
Doug, I don't even think we need to come in tomorrow.
No, I won't.
It will just be Pepper by himself.
I'll be sick.
Elias truck stop potato chips.
This is interesting from Scott's Wrinkled. It's Scott's Wrinkled Nutsack, who I don't believe is Scott's Wrinkled Ballsack.
Oh.
But he says, my wife always chooses Jermaine Stewart's We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off to get gaped to because we do indeed need to take our clothes off. And she said it reminds her of the TMA crew. I think there's 2 different people.
I think so.
But he gets titillated by references to Scott Wrinkled Ballsack's wife, so I feel badly that he's out tailgating right now in Columbia.
Yeah.
Guys, I am still waiting for you losers to hold those steroid users accountable. That's from Steve in Wildwood.
Yeah.
We had a meeting
Well, the media's
with
so darn
execs
soft.
for the
I just
MLB.
scrolled up. I just scrolled up on Stephen Wildwood's text, and he sent a picture of his nipple.
Nice.
Yeah, I see things like that, and I don't even bother to look who it's from. I just immediately click off the text.
We're getting the weekend started early.
This is very strange.
I remember the McGuire hog was like a staple.
Oh, now it's coming.
Now that's like a bat signal to see more of them.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's all right. I've seen it before.
Don't.
What about that Missouri song by Tina E? That's a good song to gape to. That might be perfect. Plowhawk, I don't know if you can call that up. What? I know we have a lot of newer listeners over the last 9 months, so they might not be familiar with this one. I believe this is the song we would welcome the Colonel to the show with.
Yeah.
I don't believe we use this for when Gary Pinkel would appear on the show.
What one?
Tina E, Welcome to Missouri.
It was fabulous.
Oh, I had the We Are Missouri.
Welcome to Missouri.
Remember that one?
Yeah, well, that's with like the frat guys.
Yeah. This was quite a little hit.
Missouri moving on.
I want Jackson to gate me. That's from Bill's wife. This Bill's wife really wants a piece of you.
Yeah, who can blame her?
Nice. This Jackson, man. He's
Good
got
welcome.
that Joe Burrow swagger is what Lisa Ann says.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on the kid.
Don't sleep on the kid. Jackson just said don't sleep on the kid.
He's calling himself the kid now?
Well, I'll make sure to bring that up on Balloon Party, see how it plays.
You can't play any worse than it already does.
I can't find it.
It's to a point where it's like a diminishing returns. Like how I can't get any less popular than.
Policy, maybe it's under the drops.
Is it Tina Chen?
Yes, it is. Doug, here it is. You wanted to hear it?
Okay.
It's going to get you ready for Missouri and Louisiana Tech. We're 11 hours away from kickoff.
And this song has a commercial in front of it, so she's making some money.
Called Missouri, which I.
Is this it?
There is a state which I live in, which is called Missouri. It is called Missouri.
Oh God.
Missouri is where I live.
Like Jackie.
Missouri is where
Just standing on the arch, sliding it.
Missouri is where I live. Missouri is a wonderful place.
They will be playing this in front of 38,000 strong tonight in Columbia.
I'd like to see him run out to this
Dude,
song.
Optimus Prime made an appearance in the video.
Give or take a 0.
Let's see the comments. Whatever happened to Tina?
You see Gabe's tweet about the uniforms?
No.
Doug,
You have a good one?
the Colonel is not happy about the uniform reveal videos.
Why?
Colonel's just not necessarily upbeat about a lot. I did text him about the guy saying he banged a cheerleader, though, with the Truman hat on, and he did enjoy that.
Did he?
Let's see. The Colonel yesterday tweeted this out, and it just shows that he's ready for the season in a major way. Let's see what he said. Wow, he's been very active on the Twitter.
I have it up. I can read it verbatim.
Go ahead, Jackson. Oh, here we go. Breaking.
There you go. Yep.
Mizzou will wear uniforms tomorrow versus Louisiana Tech and all season long. They will involve various combinations of white, black, and quote-unquote gold, and also maybe anthracite. That's from the Colonel.
And that'll be his last uniform tweet of the season.
Well, it shouldn't be. We want to know.
Did you see what they're wearing, Doug?
I saw just a little snippet where it looked like all
jerseys?
black.
Black jerseys, black pant, black helmet, the Power Tiger,
Yeah.
the oval.
Well, the jersey and the helmet I thought looked good. I don't think it looks best with a black pant. It needs that
Jackson likes the black pant.
old gold pant again.
Fight, Tiger.
That makes them look like Missouri.
That's what they were wearing when they nearly beat Nebraska in 1997, the game of the flea kicker.
Yeah, that's what they should be wearing.
I'm so anti-gold pants. Oh my god. I like the black pants. I like the white pants.
I don't. You don't know who they are. Lots of teams wear that all black.
Oh, they'll know when they see Elia running up and down the sideline.
I don't know that they'll know then.
Guys, is Iggy setting his shoe on fire again? He's been suspiciously quiet. That's from Sweet Sweet KY.
Well, we've been back on the air for like 2 minutes. Well, you've been back on for 6. I've been back on for 2.
Where'd you go?
Smoke.
Oh. Okay.
Guys, I really missed that awful song. That's from Jonathan Titsworthy.
I don't think I played it.
Missouri is
I didn't know
where
it
I live.
existed. It
It's
didn't
nice.
look like a song we'd play just by looking at
Well, we should.
the cover of it.
It gets you ready for the season. Missouri's going to shock the world in 2022.
It's a bit of an anthem for us. I mean, we all live in Missouri, right?
Yeah, Missouri's where I live. Plowhawk's a Illini native.
But he lives in Missouri.
Whoa.
That's that roots here, yeah.
Missouri is a wonderful place.
You like Missouri better than Illinois?
In terms of, like, comparing states,
Yeah.
100%.
Do you?
100%. Now, in terms of my allegiance, it'll never fade from...
What if Elias on the verge of winning the national championship?
Man, yeah, and then you'll have Bielema go to Nebraska, and that opens a door for Elia to come to Champaign.
Yeah. Kind of a lateral move,
I
though.
can't even say that with a straight face. Yeah, very much so. Probably a step down.
Yeah.
Oh, Elia.
Well,
We'll bring the
maybe
snowplows to
he'll shock you
Champaign.
this year. Maybe he will.
I don't know. Missouri always shocks me.
Oh.
You will be ready to go.
Oh, I'll be
Louisiana
watching.
Tech wins tonight. I'll be depressed. Plowhawk will be on a high, and the only thing that will soften my depression will be the Plowhawks Twitter feed and popping up on whatever Power Mizzou or Tiger board.
Where is it on? ESPN 6, the SoundCloud?
ESPN 6, the SoundCloud.
I don't know. Is it 3 or is it
I thought it was
plus?
ESPN U.
It's U.
It's on YouTube TV.
On ESPNU.
It's right before the Bags tournament.
I don't know that I can get that.
I think I do have it. Yeah.
If you have a cable subscription, you'll have ESPNU.
Yeah,
I
you
don't know
will.
that I do.
I think you would.
But I think it's on you. I think you get on YouTube TV.
But I'd have to
Or the
pay for it.
ESPN app, ESPN Plus, and then ESPN app has all those ESPNs, right?
Yeah.
I guess I can watch a little bit.
I'll watch every second.
Will you?
I want to see Burton.
Won't be over till 11.
That's fun.
So I said I'll watch a little bit.
I want to see Elias post game.
Do you?
No.
He's going to dress like a... What the hell was he, Darth Vader or something?
Now you're going to put the Truman head
You're
on.
vanquishing the Florida Gators 6-6 squadron. Let's see. Can we go private? That's from the management. DBA, my dreams are bisexual / Viking cheerleader / you can't have a mother if you're not married.
You can't have a mother if you're not. Well, everyone has a mother.
That was a great topic. Kind of blew my mind.
No, it was maybe one of the worst things I've ever said on the show as far as stupidity.
And I don't know.
Oh,
if
you said that? You
I was trying to explain something. I was trying to get out that Kevin Miller is never going to marry this fiance he's had for 14 years. So I was trying to tie it into you can't have a kid if you're not married, and I think I said you can't have a mom if you're not married. I was all confused.
Guys, nothing gets me going for Fight Tiger like a primal scream from Matty Mock. Thanks. That's from Don Hoffman, Jackson's favorite texter.
Wasn't that after like a fat rail?
What's he doing these days?
Don Hoffman, Doug, he
No,
texts
Matty
in
Mock.
and emails in.
He's on the Johnny Manziel plan, or I guess he was Manziel before Manziel was, right?
Joe Strauss defined him as Columbia Bieber.
Yeah, that's when you
one
make
video.
noise when the line was too big, Doug.
One video ruined him. That's a lesson. To put that camera down, or
And-
don't let people take your picture if you're doing something
And Ray
crazy.
King, the pitcher, went the our Ray King, excuse me, with the one, and then Ray King, the pitcher, got mad because he thought.
Well, he's confused.
Yeah.
Matty Mock currently coaches high school football.
How about that?
Glendale and Springfield.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Springfield, Missouri.
There we go.
Yeah,
Ned
Glendale.
Reynolds, Johnny Johnson's school, isn't it?
Glendale. Yeah, that's Ned Reynolds would have the Glendale basketball coach on like every week.
Johnny Johnson.
Riveting.
Let's go out and talk to the Glendale head coach, Johnny Johnson.
Who's Ned Reynolds?
Everything.
Who's Ned Reynolds?
Ned's not working at all anymore, is he?
I think he's still doing the 9 to 11 show.
Is he really?
Yep.
Takes never stop. That's why you signed that 10-year deal. to come back to
It's not a
TV.
10-year deal.
Doug, the Cardinals did win last night. It didn't look like it was going to happen, man. I would have bet against that based on extra innings, but they kept fading the Reds' rallies. Bases loaded, nobody out, 5 infielders. By definition, Nolan Gorman made his first appearance ever in left field, except when he came to left field, he actually played the infield. You follow me?
Yes.
And the Cardinals were able to keep the Reds at bay in the extra innings until Albert Pujols hit a sac fly, and Lars Nootbaar went yard, and he was all happy as he made his way around the bases and then into the dugout. And his energy is infectious as the Cardinals now are 21 games over 500 and maintain a 6-game lead over the Milwaukee Brewers.
22-7 in the month of August.
How do you do?
That's kind of the same thing they did last year. You know, got scorching hot right at the end.
I buy into this operation more than last year's, but maybe it was clouded by I knew they would have to play the Dodgers, and even if they would have beat them, I felt like it kind of bothered me that they would be whatever they were, 15 games back of the Dodgers and, advance, even though the whole scheme of things it shouldn't. But this one, I feel like this, I don't know if you remember years and teams, but I feel like this is the best Cardinal team that I can recall since 2013. That the team that won 2 games against the Red Sox in the World Series.
Yeah, probably. They kind of blend into each other over the years for me. But yeah, that was a good team in 2013. They're in really good shape now because they're mostly healthy, and they could be getting back a Jack Flaherty who might be a
Who was
difference maker.
outstanding last night.
Yeah. He could
Flaherty
be-
pitched into the 7th inning
Yeah.
and struck out a bunch of guys.
9, yeah, and touched 100 too.
The only thing that's not working is Michaelis has kind of had several starts now where he hadn't been very good, and Hudson, I don't think you can count on him anymore. So that's 2 starting pitchers that were kind of important that have fallen on hard times.
And it's hard to judge a season when you're in probably the worst division that baseball has had in 15 years. And it's nothing against them. They have to play who's on the schedule. But at the beginning of the year and right before the All-Star break, you saw the Cardinals really struggle versus actual playoff contenders. Now, if that changed after, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you're playing the Pirates, Cubs, Reds. Yes, you are 20. I mean, what a month it's been. I hate to poo-poo it, but if you had to point something out, it's a real question mark of how you're going to be playing against, good teams. You did beat the Yankees. You
beat the
had
Braves
to
2 out of
beat
3.
the Braves as well, yes. But for the most part, that schedule in the second half has been littered with butt asses.
They're not a very good road team. They're 500, 34 and 33. That's not great for a team at the top of its division. It's not horrible, but the Mets are 12 games over on the road. The Dodgers are 22 games over on the road. So that could be an issue.
You're running into buzzsaws here, and even the DS, the CS, and certainly the World Series. But when you have to deal with maybe the Mets, maybe the Braves, obviously the Dodgers are on a historic pace. That kind of makes you think, oh man, even if we make it that far, you got to play. The Dodgers would be impossible to beat.
The thing about this year versus 2013, I feel like the bullpens and at least the back end with Helsley is solid. And who was the closer in 2013? Was it Mahiga?
I believe so.
That just kind of gives you an idea of the comparing and contrasting there. But you did have Waka emerge at the end of that year, and he wound up being the Cardinals' biggest weapon, actually, in the rotation. You're not going to have that this year unless Montgomery becomes something like that, but that would be very surprising considering he's not the rookie that Waka was. But in 2013, a big difference as far as the Cardinals' potential to get to the World Series is the Cardinals had the best record in the National League. The second best team that year, Doug, Nurse?
Can I have initials, please?
A.B.
The Anaheim Bulldogs?
Nope.
A.B. The Atlanta Braves?
That's correct.
Okay, that was easy.
The Cardinals played the Dodgers in the NLCS. Do you recall they played in the NLDS?
NLDS in 2013. Giants?
Went 5 games. Now, if they would have played the Giants, they wouldn't have won because they don't beat them.
Initials, please.
PP.
Pittsburgh Pirates?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez, wow.
Yeah, that was a good series, I remember.
It went 5 games. Adam Wainwright, Garrett Cole. Cardinals were the best team in the National League that year, record-wise. This year, they very well may be the 4th best team record-wise, and you have a force in the Dodgers that is sitting there on pace to win around 115 games. They are currently 51 games over 500, and that's with a loss last night, mainly because of Timmy Trumpet appearing at Citi Field. Had Timmy Trumpet not been there, I think the Dodgers...
That's a weapon.
But now the Mets are 35 games over 500, and the Braves are 39 games over 500.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, these teams at the top are really beating the hell out of the teams at the bottom.
29 games. Yeah, the Braves are 3 back of the Mets. That's really the only division race, I think, when you're talking about teams that could win the World Series. There is a division race in the American League Central, but I don't know if anybody's really expecting the Minnesota Twins or the White Sox, who are 5 games back, to be a threat. The White Sox, for the record, are under 500, and now they will be without Tony La Russa. Tony La Russa is out indefinitely as he is undergoing tests for a heart issue. So he is out.
Yeah.
And they don't know when he will return.
And went to Arizona, apparently, to have that work done.
The skipper.
Thoughts and prayers. Hopefully he comes out fine.
You would think Chicago would have some doctors, some heart specialists that could work on him right there, but maybe he wants to go back to the doctor that he used the first time he was in Arizona.
He's about to turn 78.
Yeah.
And he had to leave about an hour before the game 2 nights ago. And then he bolted. Miguel Cairo is a former Cardinal.
Yeah.
Is the manager, the interim.
Disappointing year for the White Sox. Could be the end of the line for the skipper.
He's not popular on the South Side.
No, and do you want to bring back a 78-year-old manager who had to leave in the pennant race because of a heart issue? I don't know.
It doesn't matter who the manager is.
Yeah, we do overblow that.
I mean, Mike Schill, Ollie Marmol, they're one and the same. Mike Matheny, they're all in that same bunch. It's how you manage your bullpen in the playoffs is like the make or break for most managers. That's why Matheny, was ousted. And
I kind of miss the
lost his job for
crusty
some
old.
odd reason.
I kind of miss the crusty old managers who had an opinion on everything.
Earl Weaver.
Well, I don't miss him
Stuck
so
to
much
their
because he yelled
guns
at me.
and told everyone to screw themselves.
Yeah,
and kinda
LaRussa
did
was
their
that
own
way.
thing. Yeah.
Whitey, Jack McKeon, those kind of guys. Lasorda.
Nobody was
Bobby
cooler
Cox.
than Leland and Jack McKeon, man. Jack
Yeah.
McKeon would just smoke cigars, and Leland would
Yeah.
light up heaters.
And I think they actually made
Spike.
decisions, too.
Yeah.
There's a great, I don't know if it's YouTube, there's audio of Lee Elia just blasting the media and blasting the fans after a Cubs losing streak.
Yeah.
And Cub fans, right? The
Oh, yeah,
ones who
Cub
showed
fans.
up. He
Talking
thought they
about-
should get jobs.
Yeah.
Why are you here?
You're out here because you don't work. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Well, I think what bodes well for the Cardinals compared to a couple months ago is now you have a closer that you can count on. Palante going back to the bullpen where you almost figure this guy can come in and pitch 1 inning, pitch 4 innings. Woodford's look good. The 2 additions. And the kids are coming through in the lineup, so.
Well, say what you want about Jack Flaherty. Everybody has opinions on him, but he's looked good his last 2 starts. He won't make the playoff rotation. I completely get that, and that's fine. He hasn't shown
Well,
much.
hey,
already.
he's got a month to prove it.
I don't know. I think they're kind of already set on their 3 or 4, but I could be wrong. But that addition alone, just in case somebody gets rocked early in game 1, you have a guy like that to come in relieve, or give you some innings in the next game as well. So that I think that's overlooked as not being a huge addition, but pitching in the playoffs is the ultimate. And to have a guy like that at the pen's very nice.
Well, with a whole month to play, he could possibly get, if they slide him right into the rotation, he could possibly get 4 or 5 starts. And if he's very effective in those, I don't know why you'd hesitate to use him in the playoffs.
I guess when Michael is struggling, it makes him more, apt to maybe be a little bit more aggressive and do that. I get that.
Well, you got to go with your hot hand.
I mean, certainly Montgomery and Waino. I mean, those 2 are automatics.
Yeah, I would think. And Michaelis has time to get back on track. But if he doesn't, and if Flaherty pitches a lot better, I'm sure they'd go with Flaherty. They're not gonna. If Michaelis has another bad month, they're not gonna say, "Listen, we know you've had 7 or 8 bad starts in a row, but here you go, take on the Dodgers." I don't think they do that.
Well, and you also have Quintana hasn't looked good his last couple of starts.
I'm going to ask how he looked, and I'll be honest, I don't pay too much attention to his start, so I was wondering.
The last 2 haven't been real sharp.
Well, we'll see how it plays out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it all plays out.
A breakdown of the Cardinals from a guy who doesn't watch the games yet again. That's from the Illside. I thought you and the Illside were playing golf, Iggy.
I think they were
I think he's just upset. He lost 200 to me because he hasn't stopped bashing me since that match. And what did I say that you disagree with? Since I don't know anything about baseball.
Illside, this is your chance to call in.
Yeah, why don't you call in and let's debate what I said that's wrong.
North County phone lines, and this is a chance, Doug. This will be a segment with the Illside, 636-900-4TMA. Steve Schmidt, Kia, North County phone lines, where you can write in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Seth Goldcamp giving away 2 tickets to the Cardinals and Cubs and the Champions Club for Friday night. That will be for tomorrow's Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. So the Hall of Famers should return and compete for a huge prize the morning after at InsideSTL.com. And, of course, you can text in to the EDF text inbox, Engineered Design Facilities, sponsor of our text inbox, 314-881-TMA5, 314-881-TMA5. It's Engineered Design Facilities. EDF's Fire Division now testing, inspecting, and maintaining the fire system on all commercial kitchen and restaurant hoods. The official commercial fire alarm services and solutions provider of TMA. If you have visibility to your company or place of businesses' commercial fire alarm panel and system, please email fire@edf-rg.com, and they'll have a technician come out and provide a free evaluation of your system and offer the most competitive contract pricing in the market. You can also check them out anytime at edf-rg.com, the official commercial fire alarm services and solutions provider of TMA. Think about it. And is the Illside on the Steve Schmidt Kia North County phone line?
No.
Did you get your money from him, Iggy?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you spend it on?
I don't know. I
Butt
didn't,
plugs.
I don't.
Butt plug accessories.
Goes in my wallet, and when I'm out and about, if I buying something and I have cash, I use it.
All right.
I don't know what I spent it on.
I thought maybe you just treated yourself somehow.
No.
All right.
I don't normally treat myself.
Ilsida says, I'm flush, Kenny, and I'm busy, fellas. That's from the Ilsida. So
Yeah,
he can text him, but he's not able to call in.
Yeah. Well, why don't you text in what I was wrong about then? You don't have to call in. Just text in what I was wrong about on the
Ilsida,
breakdown.
text in what was wrong, and then we can discuss that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all you got to do.
Yeah, but make sure the trash get to the dump first.
If you're flush, let's play again.
Flaherty won't make the playoff rotation. Just said by Plowsy. I'm opening up my DraftKings app now to ship everything on Flaherty starting a playoff game. That's from little Tommy Trivens. He's out in the parking lot riding in circles on a dirt bike.
Well, he is currently in AA, AAA right now doing rehab starts. So right now is probably a good time to say I don't think it looks like he's going to make the playoff rotation.
Pitching
He'll be
Monday.
starting on Monday.
I don't know. He hasn't been great.
Against an attitude.
I would be a little worried.
Well, he hasn't really pitched a lot.
He's been hurt. That's what I'm saying. I would be a little concerned.
Threw 100-plus pitches last night.
He looked good
9
last night. I saw
strikeouts.
the highlights there. Yep.
Well, we'll have to see how he does in September. And if he does well, I'm sure that they'd throw him right to the Wolves.
Well, I didn't expect this. I thought
didn't
he was
either.
not pitching in 2022, and that was that.
Next thing we know, Alex Reyes will be coming back.
Yeah. I definitely
Well,
would
at
hold my
least
breath
for a
on that
start
one.
before something else happens.
He's definitely out.
He'll step on a seed and then break his ankle.
Why is Iggy chirping during feather talk? He has no clue how our lads are doing from Union Boss. Don't you like when people call the Cardinals feather talk?
I don't mind it. Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad name
gonna
for
be the
just
name
a
of the
Cardinals
segment.
segment. Yeah.
Yeah, go to our lads.
Feather
Look at the
talk.
playoff rotation.
I usually go Cardinal Chatter, but Feather Talk's way better.
Well, if you
Fred's
want
the feather.
to text in and say what I was wrong about when I mentioned why the Cardinals are better right now, then go ahead and text in. Prove what I was wrong about.
Ilsida has not commented.
No, and this other guy too who chimed in. Why is Iggy opening his mouth during
feather
feather
talk.
talk? Yeah.
Feather talk.
Not a lot of reception at the landfill, so I think got a few more minutes.
What does it say about you that I can talk about the Cardinals with just reading articles and following them on video, and you watch every game and can't talk about them? Whoever this texter is.
Yeah.
Some douche.
Pepper and Jeannie dug her sideways.
I know.
We wanted to have a fun little furry topic, but it may just switch.
Guys, I just heard this on your show. Quote, he hasn't been great. 2 seconds later, he looked great last night. I saw the highlights.
Well, he hasn't been great in terms of his, Major League. It's hard for me to judge AA and AAA rehab starts as looking great. I mean, you're not facing the greatest competition. And look what he's done this year in terms of in the majors. It's not great. Injury prone, you would tend to worry about guys like that.
Yeah. Well, he'll have to prove himself in September. If he does, he'll be a starter in the playoffs, and if he doesn't, he'll probably be out of the bullpen.
Yeah, DeYoung looked great where Flaherty was too, and now look, he's like 0 for his last 20.
Yeah.
When you get to the majors, it's a little bit different.
Yachty was 0 for 22 before his hit last
Yeah,
night.
he still needs to play though.
I don't think Goldschmidt's had a hit since they wrote an article about Triple Crown.
Well, how long ago was that?
5 days ago, 6 days ago. I don't think he had a hit last night, did he?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Ilsida has issued a statement. He says, I text Iggs separate. Don't need to bring the show to a screeching halt again. So did he text you what you were wrong about?
You're right about that your texts do bring this show to a screeching halt.
And he said he wasn't going to text to bring the show to a screeching halt, but he sent that message via text to say he's not texting. It was very meta.
Goldie had a hit last night.
Okay, well.
Yeah, he did. He's still hitting 332.
No, I'm not saying he's terrible. I'm just saying he went on kind of a mini slump there.
Well,
I wouldn't extend him.
no, he's got to prove a little more than what he's done this year.
What did Ilsida say?
Oh, he just wants to play another match. I could play September 16th. I'll have to check the calendar. It's a little ways out.
For the record, Schwarber now has 36 home runs, Goldschmidt at 33. Doug, that home run thing could be problematic for the Triple
Yeah,
Crown.
he's not getting the Triple Crown.
Schwarber was out there as a free agent, too, wasn't he?
Yes.
He'd have been nice in the Cardinal lineup.
Man, $60 million
I'm
with too
telling
much.
you.
Needed
Yeah.
Dickerson.
What's Arenado's average?
307.
Yeah, 28 home runs last night after going yard.
He's got to be close to 100 RBIs, doesn't he?
I think he has. Does he have 91? Is my nurse in?
Man, him
Has
and
anybody seen my nurse? Am I off? Why am I thinking he has
89.
When was the last time the Cardinals had 200 RBI guys in the same lineup, the same year?
I don't know. Maybe Pools and Holiday be my guess.
You have to think MV3 was live. Live AF, probably.
I don't know. There's no way to know either. They don't keep stats for RBIs, I don't think.
I'm not looking it up. I just threw it out there.
You think Arlads is?
Yeah, Arlads has the update. I didn't see Flaherty in the Arlads playoff rotation for the Cardinals. But
Pujols had 123. Roland had 124, and Edmonds had 111 in 2004.
Yeah, we will never see that again.
So there you go.
Probably not.
300-plus RBI guys, and obviously all three probably had 25-plus bombs.
Yeah, and scoring was up in that era, too.
And I'm sure Pujols hitting the 320, 330, 340 range there. It's insane. But Goldie's about to get his number retired here, I feel like. Him and Arenado just fit well.
An amazing stat was Pujols for 10 straight years had an average of over 300, 100 RBIs, and 100 runs. And that streak ended the next year when he had 99 runs scored.
RBIs?
No, he had 100 RBIs.
Oh, it was 99 runs?
He had 99 runs scored.
Oh.
That's how it ended. Or it had been 11 years in a row.
You hated to see him and Holiday both at the 300 career average clip. Just tailspin it there at the end. I think Holiday is like 297 or 298.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. I think Pujols is right around there. You thought Pujols at the time, at 10 years, it's a lock that he's, going to finish his career with a 300 average.
Yeah, it happens to guys as they get older. But they're probably happy to have had the $15 million that they earned that year to,
Look, I'm sure he
to
thought
hit
losing
270.
any sleep over hitting 290.
No. That stuff means more, I think, to the stat nerds than it does probably to the players themselves.
Yeah. If he's not 100% first ballot, that'd be a shocker.
Holiday?
No, Pujols, not Holiday.
Oh, there'll be somebody that doesn't vote for him. There's always somebody that doesn't think they deserve to be a first ballot, so they won't vote for him.
Jeter wasn't unanimous.
Rivera was.
Yeah, but
right?
Rivera was.
Griffey was as well.
I don't know, the Jeter thing.
Babe Ruth wasn't, I don't believe.
I'm not saying Jeter was terrible or anything close to that, but maybe a little overhyped for the position and where he played at is my guess. And those teams that were around him were unreal.
Wasn't Rivera the first one who was unanimous? I think he was. Because before that, I think Tom Seaver had the highest percentage. But if you have a vote and you don't think Willie Mays or Hank Aaron or Stan Musial or Babe Ruth was a unanimous Hall of Famer, then you shouldn't have the vote.
Mickey Mantle should be the guy. I mean, that's, to me, even
Another
shorter
one,
career,
yeah.
but that's Koufax, again, a shorter career.
And
but
somebody's voting no.
Can you imagine not putting Sandy Koufax in as your Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy.
Did Griffey go in before Rivera?
I think it was right after, right? Or did they go in the same year?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Here's a little breaking news locally that has some interest. It's not sports, but I don't think we're a sports program. We're Doug.
Oh, well.
The St. Louis Circuit Attorney's Office has charged 25-year-old Jacob Adler in the hit and run outside of Ted Drew's.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
That was something that hadn't happened, and now it has this morning, or last night, I guess. A probable cause statement alleges Adler was driving in a Ford truck past Ted Drew's in the 6700 block of Chippewa and hit Matthew Nikolai as he was crossing the street. Nikolai died from his injuries. Surveillance video captured Adler getting out of his truck after the incident and walking to the scene where Nikolai was hit. He then walked back to his truck and drove away without identifying himself to an official. The probable cause statement says Adler took his truck to same-day auto body in St. Louis County the day after the incident to get the damage fixed. The shop manager saw Adler's truck a few days later in a photo posted by police who said the owner was connected to the hit and run. He called police and the truck was used as part of the investigation. Adler turned himself into police on August 8th but was later released because prosecutors did not charge him. Prosecutors eventually charged him on Wednesday, weeks after his initial arrest. As of Thursday, records show He is in custody. He faces two charges, one alleging he left the scene of an accident resulting in death. The second alleges he tampered with physical evidence in felony prosecution.
Good.
It wasn't the fact that they had this accident and he'd hit the guy. It was how he reacted afterwards.
And that area, I live in that area. I go to that Ted Drew's a lot. And last time I was there was about a week ago, and they actually had volunteers. I don't know if this was Ted Drew's that put it on or just people come out that volunteered to walk people across the street, mainly, kids, younger youth.
Yeah.
Well, there have been a couple people who've been killed there.
It's brutally. It's just really dangerous. There's that little hill that you can't quite see people fly going 45 plus.
Mm-hmm.
They need to change that for sure. But I wouldn't blame the intersection. It's good to see justice because he was out for a long period of time. Adler was.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
And what you're saying, Doug, is had he stuck around and said this happened and it was an accident, this probably doesn't happen.
He probably walks.
But the surveillance video shows him walk over, see what happens, gets back in his car, and then goes to an auto body shop to get it repaired.
Perhaps he was drunk or on drugs or something, didn't want to get caught that way. It's pretty cold to hit somebody and see that he's in real trouble and walk away. And wouldn't there have been a lot of people there at Ted Drew's who witnessed all this too?
I don't know what time it was. I have no idea.
I think it was in the evening.
He was running across the street to get in line, I think, to order something. So you would think that there would have been dozens of people, sometimes 100 or more in line also.
Oh, I
would have seen all this.
I've been there at different times, different days. It's, there's always a crowd. There's always a big crowd.
Well, they probably thought they were worried about the kid, and then he came out and looked at him. Maybe they thought he was just going back to his truck to get something, and then just got in and left.
Could have been.
Yeah, not a lot of light.
And even if you're standing in line, you can be 10 or 11 people in line and almost be on Chippewa, almost be on the street.
Well, I've seen close calls just entering that place in terms of people just blindly walking across back to their car when people are trying to enter. And I love that Ted Drew's location, but they do need to lighten it up a little bit or put some sort of crosswalks of some kind.
It's 8:44 in St. Louis. We are in our Appliance Discounters, 8 o'clock hour. Appliance Discounters, your hometown appliance source, featuring major brands like GE. Appliance Discounters, sponsor of our 8 o'clock hour. Stratum is a loyal sponsor of the Ryan Kelly Morning After, and I am a loyal client of Stratum Structural Systems with Matt Ford and with Brett Groman. Go online at stratumrepair.com if you're having any waterproofing issues or if you have any foundation repair needs. Think local, think Stratum. They are indeed local in Chesterfield, Missouri, and Columbia, Illinois. 314-620-8153. When you call, let them know you're a TMA listener. You get $100 off your repair project. They have over 5 decades of combined structural experience in basement waterproofing and foundation repair, basement crack repair, foundation piering for settling homes, bowing or rotating wall repairs, basement waterproofing services, egress window installation, concrete leveling, and downspout extensions. It's Stratum Structural Systems. Think local. Think Stratum. And Doug, we have a title sponsor, and I got his name is Ryan Kelly.
That's it, Kelly, Machine Gun Kelly, because he rat-a-tat-tat deliveries those refis and the mortgages. Just like a machine gun Kelly. That's what they're calling him now. Rates are still dropping. Home equity is still up. Now is the perfect time for a cash-out refinance. Rates will probably go back up soon, so act before they do. The average cash-out refi with the Home Loan Expert is now $54,000. The Home Loan Expert can structure your loan to miss out on a few months of payments. Find the financial freedom you want with $54,000 from a cash-out refi and no payments for a couple of months. The Home Loan Expert has rates over a quarter point lower than the national average and is home to the famous 10-day closing guarantee. TheHomeLoanExpert.com is the website. If you're looking for a house, the competition is fierce, so if you're even thinking of buying a home this year, call the Home Loan Expert team. Get pre-approved today with a 5-minute loan approval only available at thehomeloanexpert.com. Thank you, Ryan Kelly. Thank you, Machine Gun Kelly.
There it is, Ryan Kelly, title sponsor of this presentation for a decade, thehomeloanexpert.com. That is Ryan Kelly. Dear Deidre, she is old enough to be my mother, but I let my neighbor give me oral sex. Now I'm wondering if I should start a relationship with her or if we can just go back to being friends. I'm 34 and she is 53. Until I broke up with my long-term partner, I had never taken much notice of her. She was just someone I passed in the corridor in our block of flats, or occasionally carried shopping up the stairs, or did odd jobs for.
Don't say carry shopping up the steps. They carried groceries or something like that, but we don't say she carried shopping up the steps.
These are English blokes. They have their own language.
I don't care for it.
But after my ex moved out, I felt lonely, and I started to miss sex a lot. Women I'd never even glanced at suddenly became more attractive to me, including my neighbor. I would have guessed she was in early 40s. She was very elegant and slim and looks after herself. She's a bit flirty, too, and soon I started fantasizing about her. One day she asked if I could look at her blocked bathroom sink.
Blocked bathroom sink. We say clogged, right?
That's correct. She didn't want to call a plumber. I managed to sort it, and she offered me a thank you drink.
He sorted it.
I just read what's in the prompter. What Jackson puts in the prompter is what I read. We got chatting and talked about our past relationships. She told me how old she was and that her husband had divorced her years before. She hadn't had a relationship since. To my surprise, after a few drinks, she offered herself to me. I let her orally pleasure me.
Oh, gosh.
Nice
Was that in
of you.
capital letters or something?
Which she seemed to enjoy a great deal, too. But I turned down the full sex. Since then, I can't stop thinking about her. I'd like to repeat the experience and take it further. On the one hand, we're both consenting adults. But on the other, I'm worried she's too old for me, Joshua. And as soon as she's my neighbor, it could get awkward if things don't work out. I don't want to hurt her. Well, Deidre's got advice. This is going to be helpful.
Okay.
I think a lot of our listeners are sleeping with their neighbors.
Yeah, 20 years older.
You are absolutely right, Deidre says. You're both consenting adults. But something is making you hesitate, so you're wise to really examine your concerns before starting a sexual relationship with your neighbor. Although your loneliness and sexual needs are driving you, you are much younger than her and at the very different stages in your lives. If you want to have a lasting relationship and possibly children in the future, it's unlikely this relationship would work. And if you met someone else, it could get tricky, as you would almost certainly bump into her. However, if you're both looking for no-string sex, your arrangement could work. Be wary of letting your libido rule your head. Perhaps you could talk to her about your concerns so you could both make a decision. My support pack finding the right partner for
You don't need
should
a
help.
support pack for that. Make your own decision once in a while.
I'm confused with the. He first says, "I'm 33." She was 53, and then he say, "I guess she was in her early 40s." I mean, you're like 10 years.
I thought he said she looked like she was in her
that might have been.
Oh, I thought you said she was in her early. I would have guessed she was in her early 40s. Why would you guess? You just told her at the beginning of the article she's 53.
Yeah, once you bang a MILF, you can't just go back to being friends. Like, women
Well,
like
they didn't
that
bang her.
aren't looking for friendships.
Really? I don't know. I think it'd just be looking for sex, right?
I don't know. Right when the
No
first
string.
couple-
Why can't Doug? Why can't we have no string sex?
I guess a lot of people probably do.
Jackson is left and right. I think.
Yeah.
I give this guy credit. I mean, he's got scruples. I don't. I've been with quite a few of my neighbors over the years.
Oh, you have not. You haven't.
When my mom does simple things like washing my hair or washing my body, it makes me feel comforted.
Okay, that's wrong.
Who is that?
It's some gal.
Some chick.
Now, which of your neighbors have you? Like apartment neighbors?
Yeah, well, the one upstairs with the spider problem.
Wow.
This isn't going to take care of itself? Is that where you said that?
Russian neighbor, couple in Springfield. I mean, there's been numerous. I don't feel an obligation to have a relationship. It's just sex. So move
She
on.
has romantic, she has family, and she has also sexy modes.
If I could find that, I'd use that. But all right, that guy went out of business, I think.
Oh.
Sexy mode.
For this guy, you're overthinking it, buddy. Just have sex. Why are you sending an email in or?
Because it's fake. It's all fake. Don't ask that question.
I
Just
think-
deal with the issue.
Yeah.
As if it could possibly come up somewhere in the world.
Yeah, you're right there. But still, my advice.
I had sex and now Dad is dead.
My advice to you is just do what makes you feel good, buddy.
Yeah, if they're both
I mean, she's
single, who
enjoying it. You're
cares?
not using her. She's the one who came on to you. Now, maybe return the favor. You know, give her a little something.
Now, if his question, should I consider marrying this girl, marrying someone 20 years older, that would be
Well, that's a different story.
thornier issue.
Yeah, I mean, she's not having kids at 53. Who had the first kid?
Not this
Not
woman.
this woman, no.
No.
Not her. You know, but you have to return the favor before you dump her.
You're talking about reciprocity on oral.
Yeah, I mean, that happened to me with one of those telepersonal girls. I got what I wanted, and I left, and the guy was going nuts. What about her? Where is Wet Pink? Well, I'm done. Where is Wet Pink? Where is Wet Pink? I got what I needed, so.
I love that job so much.
So yeah, you got to return the favor. Don't just get what you want and then.
Oh, here comes Ezekiel.
It's my favorite.
I don't want to have sex with you now. I got what I wanted. And now you don't want to be with her anymore. You're using her.
So he's wrong in this.
Yeah, that's the main point of this thing.
Oh.
I mean, I don't mind the touch of a gentleman. I still think I said something after that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Learn tweeted that out.
What happened?
Iggy just set his shoe on.
What happened? I had to stop that.
Learn retweeted you setting your shoe on fire?
No, she tweeted out the quote from the show. I think you read it on the show.
What is that?
When she said, I don't mind the touch of another gentleman, said by Iggy on TMA. But I swear I said something before that or after that.
How many times has a gentleman touched you in the naughty area?
I didn't know what we were talking about. Something about, Tim getting touched in the small of the back.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought I was about to engage in a foursome, and the guy put his hand on the small of my back. Disconcerting, can't it?
Yeah, that's out. Time to go home.
Yeah.
So I think my point was if I'm with another couple or whatever and we're going somewhere and I don't mind the touch of another gentleman in that situation, he's not trying to pick me up, I don't think.
I bet a lot of men have made a play at you.
Well, back in the day.
What up, Lauren?
Spent a lot.
When you wore the black negligee, was that where you got a lot of attention?
No, a lot of times in ballot bands I'd try to get picked up.
By guys.
Yeah. It wasn't a gay bar, but a lot of gay guys went in ballot bands.
And what was your message to these gentlemen?
Well, I'm not gay. I mean, I'm flattered that you find me attractive enough you want to sleep with me, but I'm not gay. Yeah, I told you it was the tan and the Miami Vice look and the fake Rolex.
You think it was the fake watch that did it?
Well, the Miami Vice.
Fake watch. Have you ever liked somebody for their watch?
If I see a guy, I notice a nice watch. It's got a good-looking watch on him.
But someone that you might be sexually interested in, has the watch ever made a bit of difference at all?
No, I don't usually notice women's watches. But if you're gay and you're looking at a guy and he's good-looking, but he also has on what you think is a rear Rolex, you figure he's got money, too. Dressing nice, they had maybe a pink jacket with a white popped-up collar and the Miami Vice sleeves rolled up.
Jeez, I don't know how they could have confused you as being gay.
Don Johnson wasn't gay, was he?
No.
All right.
No, well, you don't look like Don Johnson.
Well, I kind of did back in the day.
Oh, for heaven's sakes.
But I'm just saying that there were times that
You went out wearing a pink jacket?
It was summertime. It looked good. Now, did that turn gay guys on? I don't know. But I was hit on by quite a few.
Where'd you get this fake Rolex?
My dad. One of his customers gave it to him.
All right. And that really turned on the gentleman.
It was about as good look. It was about good looking as a fake Rolex as you're going to see. It looked pretty real.
So you put that on. When you get ready, you put on that watch, you put on that big sport coat, and you are ready to break a lot of hearts.
I wish I had a picture. I took no pictures back then. Can you imagine the great pictures we could have if we had camera phones back in the day, like when I was in my 20s and early 30s? And my God, what I missed.
Yeah.
I gave Pepper and Jeannie a chance last week. 22 and a half minutes of pube talk.
Oh. Well, Iggy, with your situation, you know, the people of St. Louis are the big losers, too, for not being able to see these pictures now.
I know. There were so many pictures back in the day I could have had. How about if maybe I filmed me and Leona Helmsley? Maybe I set a camera over there in the corner.
Well, we did have cameras back then. We did have.
Well,
That's
I'm
something
not,
the world
I'm not
needed.
going out and to bars or whatever, and I'm carrying an Instamatic in my pocket.
People didn't take selfies, I'll grant you that.
No, well, you had no camera phones. If you wanted pictures, you either had the big
No, but we had
Nikon or you had
cameras.
Instagrams.
Not Instagrams.
I mean,
we had cameras.
Instamatics.
Yeah.
Instamatics.
Y'all were on the gram back then?
But you could still hold them. You could have held it out.
Yeah,
and
but
taken
who
a pic-
brings
Nobody
that
did
with them everywhere
Nobody
they go?
did.
No, that's what I'm saying.
The Balaban story again. Excellent. Now let's pivot to the story of a 40-year-old Ken having sex at a swing set at Brentwood Park. That's from glove blogger Tom Traven.
Well, the question was asked about being picked up by gay gentlemen, and that's why I went to that story. So sorry if you heard it again. It took all of 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are a lot of places that have been great for selfies, or you run into somebody and you take pictures. No, you don't. I don't have an Instamatic camera with me. You're not carrying that in your pocket.
Well, and even if you took the picture, there would have been nowhere to post it for the world to see.
Yeah.
It would have
At
just
least
been for you.
Well, you should have it. And now there's ways of taking those pictures, putting them on your computer, and then taking that into like Walgreens and putting it on a disc.
Can I get a picture from
He's got plenty. He's
Or
the
you
king
can
of
just
the
take a
pictures.
picture of the old picture. Take a picture with your phone of the old picture.
Take a selfie right now, Biggs.
Could you imagine a picture of me laying in bed with Tony Lima's niece after a night?
Would have been
Let's get
too much erotica for us to handle.
Let's get a picture of Tony Lima's niece. I talk about Tony Lima's niece, maybe the greatest sex I've ever had.
Is that right?
No picture anywhere.
What made it so wonderful for you with Champagne Tony Lima's niece?
We went for hours and did every position known to man.
All right.
And then some. And my mates were watching from the patio.
Don't you like when a gentleman from
don't
Brentwood
say
calls them
mates.
mates?
No, you didn't have mates.
It's my birthday in 3 days. Well, I did back then. I let my mates watch through the patio door. I just left it open a little bit.
And that makes it feel better for you when you know guys, mates are watching?
I performed.
When the lights...
Like you showboated?
When the lights
Champagne
shine.
Tony Lima's niece know that your mates were watching.
See, that could have been a picture if they had a camera. I kind of, at one point when we left the bed, we were on the, I had wood grain floors, and she was facing away from the window, and I was doing dog, and I turned around to the guys, I gave them a thumbs up while I was doing it. That could have been a picture.
Oh, she would have loved that too.
I'm pretty sure
Had that
that's
gotten out.
revenge porn.
I believe that's a felony.
Yeah, it is.
You might
Well,
have
I
been
would
in
have
prison.
at least.
But it would have been great.
Have a great picture. What's up, guys? Full thrust. What up?
Okay, don't say full thrust.
Chili's
Oh.
and Texas Roadhouse, those are very underrated. Wanted to get away from the felony.
Guys, this is gross. Thanks. That's from Los Lonely Boys.
Why is it gross? Sex grosses you out?
Los Lonely Boys, this is your chance to call in.
Come on, come on, Garza boys. What's wrong with you?
9004TMA. Jackson, please do us all a favor and take old Yeller out behind Hubbard and put two into him. The 9 o'clock hour and all of today has proven he's completely lost it. That's from Ernie Bjorkman.
What the hell? What?
Caller Ellen says she's out. She's officially out.
Like you were ever in.
He gave it to me for 9 innings.
She stopped listening.
Just
You can't-
ran.
can't
I'm
take
telling you,
this
up
erotic.
one side, down the other side for 9 innings. He gave it to me.
It could have been that long.
Guys, just tuning in. Are we really hearing the Tony Lima niece story again? Some big top.
Tim asked me a question.
I asked for the story.
Good job, Tim.
No, you asked a question. What made it great? And I just told it. I'm sure I've said it before, but I'm asked a question, I answer.
Well, sure you did.
Oh, is this part of the aneurysm again?
No. Next time Tim asks a question, I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to answer.
Well, I don't believe I said, hey, could you tell the Tony Lima niece story again? You were
said
telling
what-
it, and
you
I
said what made it
and
so
you said
good.
it was the best sex of your life. And as opposed to just, listening to it again, I thought, well, I'll see if I can add a new detail.
Right.
What made it so wonderful? Was it the way she moved? What was it? It turns out it was your mates watching.
Well, that, and it went all night. And
Pete in Staten Island, what's up, Pete?
We did different positions.
It
It started
started
by
with
me saying if we had
selfies.
selfies back then, I could have taken one with me and Tony Lima's niece. That's how it was brought up.
She wouldn't have appreciated it.
I'd have a picture of me and Leona Helmsley somewhere.
Ugh.
Didn't have an Instamatic camera with me when it happened.
You tell me you wouldn't want to see a picture of Vicky and Leon?
I don't think anyone would want to see that.
Was she ever in her prime?
She wouldn't. She would
Or
probably.
did she
would.
just turn
Probably.
100?
There's no way she'd have let me take a picture anyway.
What was her
Sorry,
name?
had to get rid of the free dotem guy, whoever that might be.
She was
Like
the
our
queen of me.
listeners ended games post-game show.
Well, stop talking.
Well, how old was Leona when you were with her?
I don't know, 60-something, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
Queen of Mean.
I think it was
That's
right
what they
before.
called her.
I think it was right before she went to jail.
Nice.
Well, you've had some experience with jailbirds as well. You had a pen pal in prison for a while, didn't you?
I'm not telling that story again.
Oh.
Screw it. Anything you bring up that I've already talked about, I'm never going to mention it again.
Well, sometimes, you go back 6 or 7 years from last time you told it, and listeners cycle on and they cycle
They
off.
do. They cycle on and cycle off.
Well, go back and listen to an old podcast. You want to hear the
Oh, yeah.
prison mate story.
Get him a fight.
Presentation is a Barrett Sports Media production.
Maybe I'll be on this podcast one day.
Guys, I'm just waiting for the next Pepper and Jeannie topic to be what are your favorite stories from hedonism, and then that way he completely controls the entire 25-minute episode without a word from Plowsy. That's from Mr. Licks, and Doug, he is a big-time critic of Pepper and Jeannie, but
Yeah,
he
I
seems
know.
to be a listener.
He downloads it every day.
Well, we enjoy the stories, Iggy. That's why we ask. It's like, tell us another story, Dad.
You turned me on to Cheryl Dilcher about a year ago.
Well, glad I did. I turn people onto a lot of music here, but nobody gives me credit.
What kind of credit do you want?
Saying that they enjoy the music instead of lying and saying, more trash music. And I haven't done it in like 6 months now, the 9 o'clock hour.
It's been a while since the station paid homage to you, too, with balloons or a cake or anything.
God forbid they let you cook a Caesar salad.
I've asked that a few times.
That's out. Yeah.
Guys, since you're retelling stories, can you get Iggy to tell the story again about calling his sister-in-law lover? Thanks. That's from I didn't carry Instagrams with me in my pocket.
No, I'm not telling that either.
No. No.
You want employees like
page.
Implausi.
Why?
All right, Doug, a huge 9 o'clock hour coming up. It's brought to you by Maggie O'Brien. Brian Henson says, here comes the pouting. 9 o'clock hour, Maggie O'Brien's is your sponsor. Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling Email Day. Brand new month. We have clean uniforms now. JV golf coach had a great August. Kevin Miller had a great August. It wasn't great enough. Can he respond in the month of September, especially with Seth Goldcamp at Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling, providing 2 tickets to the Champions Club for tomorrow's Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling Email Day. That's for the Cardinals and Cubs tomorrow night. The morning after at InsideSTL.com. Send your emails in. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Get the TMA mobile app and enable notifications so you don't miss a thing. See our content on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Stream us on the TMA mobile app and at TMASTL.com.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Join the Ryan Kelly Morning After, September 22nd at Maggie O'Brien's in Sunset Hills for the night before the sold-out Lemmings Open pre-party. It's a night of TMA Live from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Join your TMA favorites as the guys host a wing-eating contest, trivia, and plenty of games. Get $16 domestic bucket specials, and don't miss their house specialty Reuben rolls. It's a free event brought to you by Mick Ultra. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. And Munganast Acura and Toyota, better than ever for you, their customer.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I'm here with Ryan Kelly, the HomeLoanExpert.com, and you are always looking for a way to help people out, and the Hero Loan VA is a perfect example of that.
Absolutely. That's how we give back to our military and to their families. We close VA loans 21 days or less. Heck, I'd like to tell you 14 because we're doing them in 14 and less, but I can guarantee that 21 days or less on a VA loan. And you can buy a house with no money down. You can refinance and cash out up to 100% of your appraised value. Truly is one of the best programs out there. Get the loan that you deserve today at HeroLoan.com, the only way to VA.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
There's a lot of common sense and Western wisdom like don't squat with your spurs on and always drink upstream from the herd. And there's also some Western wisdom that's less common, like never steal from a bear what you can't make for yourself, or a man doesn't know his worth until he's eye to eye with a rattlesnake holding a toad. I'm sure there's a good lesson in there somewhere, but there's one lesson that is perfectly clear. Fistful of Bourbon is an award-winning blend of 5 straight bourbons and as smooth as a banker on Friday. Get wise and pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by William Grant & Sons, New York, New York.
Okay. Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie.
And now the Pepper and Genie Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Stroh. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open.
Pepper and Genie.
Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie. Pepper and Genie.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever.
This is Tim McKernan. I'd like to tell you about a company I started just a couple of years ago, and they still own. And it's called Sound Story. It's essentially a 1-hour interview that we do either in person or via Zoom with mothers, fathers, grandmothers, grandfathers. They come in and they tell their stories, education, growing up, and of course, family stories, the wisdom that they can share with their loved ones for generations to come. It's an audio heirloom. It's Sound Story. To learn more, go to mysoundstory.com.
You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis, featuring the Ryan Kelly Morning After, live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. Find the full schedule at TMASTL.com. Brought to you by Ryan Kelly at thehomeloanexpert.com, the most efficient mortgage process you'll ever experience.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Watch TMA on YouTube. Click the bell to subscribe. Download the podcast. Find it at TMASTL.com or wherever you podcast. And check us out on TikTok at TMASTL.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
I spent 4 years in San Francisco.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2.
Collinsville, St. Louis.
Yeah, man, we help me freestyle a song.
No problem, man. 1 take max.
You think we can do it once?
Easy.
Where's Coach A these days anyway?
Arkansas?
Yes! Come on, Andrew. Faith and hate, man.
You know the worst thing about Arkansas?
What's that?
It's got Kansas in it.
No, we're not knocking on the door. We're busting in, and we ain't waiting anymore.
Yes!
To be champions. Gotta win, gotta fight, yeah. This is Missouri, we ain't taking our time. Oh, we in a hurry. Screw red and blue. We are Mizzou, we are Mizzou. So who you? Hey, Kansas, learn your place. Rock chalk, yeah, how's it taste? This must be hard to sing when Ratliff throws down in your face. Say your grace. Cause you'll be sorry in this title race. We welcome rivalry, but they're too scared to come back to our place. Yeah, we're marching straight into this madness, beating top 20 teams by almost 40. Not cause they're bad, it's just the real deal. When you face it's tragic, cause you'll be dropping and ranking so fast, you'll think it's magic. Yeah, you'll run from as fast as the press can drive on you. English raining threes like he needs it to survive. It's true, Dimon will strip you and your girl, and he'll push the flow until Steve Moore comes in and Superman's that knocking on the
Steve Moore, wow.
We're busting in.
He's still in Columbia.
And we ain't waiting anymore to be champions. Gotta win, gotta fight, yeah. This is Missouri, we ain't taking our time. Oh,
Hanging, everybody.
Hanging 2 at a time.
Am I a homer or is this a great song?
It's a banger.
You couldn't play it during basketball season, though, could you?
Why not?
You gonna trash talk Kansas during basketball season?
Absolutely.
It's way better when you don't watch
Really?
the video. Once you put your eyes on the video.
Oh, how quick we forget 2012, Marcus Denman.
It was a decade ago.
Hey.
Last few years, Kansas beat Missouri by 40 if they wanted to in basketball.
They beat them by 40 last year.
Yeah.
But they're coming to Columbia this year, so best of luck.
And that home court
Yeah, best of luck. Jackson, will you be there?
100%. I'll try to get tickets. I have to get tickets to that. They play Lindenwood for the first time this year, too.
Lindenwood up to no good.
And SIUE.
Welcome to the Maggie O'Brien's 9 o'clock hour. Well, you're right, Doug. We are only 10 hours away from kickoff in Columbia, Missouri. They are tailgating outside of Faroe Field right now, listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After as HD2 Radio comes in loud and clear in mid-Missouri. Hello again, everybody,
Hello.
and welcome to the 2022 campaign they'll be writing books about years from now as Luther Burden wins the Heisman Trophy and the Gold Pants lead the Tigers to a win over Nick Saban in the SEC Championship and a win over the Illini in the college football playoff.
That's the way it's shaping up, certainly, after the first week when Illinois got its win.
There's more of a chance that we get off of HD2 than there is Illinois or Missouri being in their
percent we get off of HD2.
0 and less.
Yeah,
than
I don't know
0.
if I could give it 1%. And then Illinois and Missouri, I don't know if I can give that 1% either. Boy, that's tough.
It's about the same. Yeah.
There's a poll for you, Jackson, if you're looking for.
Yeah. Mark Hanna's on the line. Maybe he can break it down for us. He's a math wizard. Good morning, Mark.
Oh, hello, Hansy.
I think Jackson is in his little Ledoux studio hyperventilating after that intro about Mizzou.
I'm fired
So
up.
excited. He's so excited right now.
I can't wait.
Jackson, I want to see you come walking into the studio on the YouTube and
come on in, Jackson.
See the energy.
There is a chair available.
All right, I'll come bouncing in.
There he comes. Here comes Jackson.
All right, come on in. Iggy won't be back for 15, 20 minutes.
So hot.
It's not designed to be hot.
Here he comes out of the Horton Watkins Studios. A little ado head cover in there. What was that? That is a little. That was
Odd
a little
gate.
Yeah, that was an odd gate. That's a great way to describe it.
Yeah.
It's Mark Hanna,
telling you, he's pumped
314-889-0503, or go online at evergreenstl.com. Look at it. He's flashing the Mizzou logo at the cameras. It's not going to play well.
Yeah.
Power Tiger.
Now he's just peacocking.
His chair is really low.
Got a good question here right out of the gate, Mark. Hey, Mark, how do you think about holding vested company stock versus selling and diversifying? And what advice would you give a friend who can't stop calling his sister-in-law lover with a retirement plan that revolves around crawling in and out of a bush outside of a naked beach in Florida? That's from glove blogger Tom Traven.
Tommy, love your glove blogs, especially the ones on leather. They've been really nice and neat this last year, so thank you. Company stock, it's really important to find the right balance of how long do you hold it versus concentration and what the upside potential is. So it's important to come up with a diversification strategy while still allowing it to appreciate as time goes on. It's a very personal thing. It really depends upon what your other assets look like, what your liquidity and timeline needs look like. So there's definitely a place for it, but you can't get too over-concentrated. There are a lot of bad stories about people getting into that, painted into that corner. So it's about striking the right balance there.
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah. I see the stock market's falling apart again. What's causing that?
Uh-oh.
Well, I think it's more sellers than buyers in all probability. And it goes to show that you never know what's going to come around the next turn. I was telling somebody yesterday that it really is remarkable about how people get so caught up with talking about the short-term stuff, and it distracts them from having the right long-term perspective. And that's why, Doug, I really do appreciate the question, because it is present on so many of our minds, but it comes back to we can't control that stuff. It came up, it pulled back, it'll come back up again. When, what that looks like, who knows? Have the plan. It really, really is that simple. And if you can do that, you know you're on track for success in the long run.
There you go. There you go, Doug. Don't despair.
Yeah.
I did notice a precipitous drop. I check it twice a month. Mark, you probably tell me I'm doing the wrong thing by checking twice a month, but I just check in with all my statements and I go, oh, Doug, August 15th to September 1st. How do you do?
Yeah, it's down more than 2,000 points in the last week.
So let me ask you a question.
Doug, are you taking questions? Doug does it. I'll take it, and then I'll pass a note over to Doug.
Okay, I'll take it.
I'll direct it to Tim.
Okay.
I'll direct it to Tim. When you look, do you celebrate that or do you bemoan that?
Honestly, I don't want to say I don't care. It's kind of like the money in my Venmo. I'm not touching it anyway. And so it's just used, for, it's not like the money in my Venmo, because I probably will never take any of that out. It's used for basically gambling on golf. But yeah, I'm not touching it anytime soon anyway. So, I just check in on it. That's it.
Well, and I would tell you that that's actually exactly the right way to handle it. It is okay if you look, if you just want to know and have the information. But if you don't have an emotional reaction to it, you keep on going on. On one sense, it is dismaying to see that pullback. It's hard to stomach that. But in another sense, that's why I say, should we not celebrate it if we're putting money in and we are investing for the long term? And Tim, I'm specifically speaking to you here because you and I have got a much longer time horizon than others do. So that's why, in one sense, for you and me, it's really good when it pulls back because we're buying in.
Yeah.
It's not for Doug. I understand why he's concerned because he's looking at it at a very different phase of life and a very different perspective and time frame. So both thoughts and both attitudes are right. Again, it's just really depending upon what your situation is.
That's good knowledge. Good
Yeah,
knowledge.
when you get older and the stock market goes down, I mean, you don't have 20 years waiting for it to go back up. You'd kind of like it to continue to go up a little bit, or at least hang in there, and not just give up everything that we gained over the last 7 or 8 years.
And that's where the right positioning comes in, getting the right stuff in the right places so that you know that you're going to be okay both short term and 5, 10, 15, and 20 years down the line.
This is interesting here. And I guess if you can take one more, Mark. Mark, my coworker has been really showing the late stages of dementia by repeatedly telling the same stories, never showing up to work on time, and dining on ditch carp, insisting it's a delicacy. What is it time to assign someone to look over his estate of butt plugs, old Playboys? That's from Ernie Bjorkman.
As part of my venturing into the Sibian business, I think that the estate evaluation of sex toys is going to be a subsidiary. And so, again, that's another conversation I'll take offline.
Yeah, you got to take that one offline.
You'll go private with us.
And I don't do ditch carp. Stop with that. Doug's got some nice mahi-mahi in there today.
Oh, I do. Oh, I like
Should
that.
heat that up now.
Do it now.
Let's do.
Oh,
yeah, I'm kind of hungry. Yeah.
I'd recommend eating in Kiowski's office. I think he said you have access.
So no ditch carp. The other stuff's probably right.
About the butt plugs.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who's going to get them.
314-889-0503 or go online at evergreenstl.com. Mark Han, Evergreen Wealth Strategy. Thank you, Mark.
See you guys.
All right, thank you, Hansy.
Brand new merch at tmastlshop.com. 10% off the brand new merch. tmastlshop.com. tmastlshop.com. And it's 10% off, no promo code needed. The TMASTL shirt in black and gold, the TMASTL shirt in blue and orange, and more new merch coming this month, courtesy of Mike Flanagan. It's tmastlshop.com. Today you get everything 10% off at tmastlshop.com. Coming up in 26 minutes, we will have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. And at 10 o'clock, Jackson and I are going to go down there, and we're going to walk people through the month of September with the Cardinals and walk them through the next 4 months of Missouri football and get them ready for the college football playoff. And kind of break it down. And you can text into Balloon Party at 65780 on 101 ESPN or use the 101 ESPN app to leave a mic drop. That Stephen Wildwood's becoming a fan favorite with his mic drop.
Is he?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, he is angry about things, though. So that's...
Especially Mazalok. What does a guy have to do?
He wanted Jackson to go down there and point his finger in the Peter Millar activewear.
That's right. Yep.
This was after one loss.
Yeah. Dakota Hudson, man. Someone's got to hold him accountable.
Yeah.
Not going to be any of us.
He's definitely to blame because most years, ideally, you'd like to win all 162 and expect it.
There was that caller who told Francesa, you think it's realistic the Mets will go 162-0. Francesa blew up.
Let's see. I don't know if this is serious. Mark, I'm 34 and I lost over 6 figures in my 401k over the course of the last year, but I've lost no sleep. I'm buying in low at a heavy rate, and it's going to bounce back. Thanks. That's from Scott Sprinkled Nutsack. I am 100% convinced now that is not Scott Sprinkled Ballsack.
But that's a very real scenario.
But that text that you just read, Tim, on my screen says Scott Sprinkled Ballsack.
No way.
Yeah.
That is so weird.
Yeah. It might
doesn't
just
say Scott Sprinkled Nutsack.
No, it might be a glitch in the system. Let's see what happens when I refresh.
Okay, go ahead and refresh now, please.
Okay. It says Scott Sprinkled Nutsack now.
But the guy who is Scott Sprinkled Ballsack doesn't have the personality to send in that text.
Yeah, he wouldn't talk about his
Thank you.
401ks and his IRAs. And his,
That's somebody I'm just like, oh, yeah, okay. Nice to meet you.
So good luck to you.
Right.
Don't lose any sleep over your great wealth.
Doug,
That's not
dollar
great
cost
wealth.
averaging, set it and forget it. Thanks. That's from the Bennetville Bear.
I mean, there's a lot of people who lost well over 6 figures over the last couple of years.
Yeah, but he's not losing sleep over because he's got so much wealth. Yeah. Where's Bennett Field?
Bennetville?
I think it was Bentonville.
Bennett Surf?
I think I might have misspelled it.
Ah.
Or he did. I usually just copy and paste their tag. But Bentonville's in Arkansas, right?
It is.
Is that the first Walmart?
That's the headquarters of Walmart.
Okay.
Bentonville, Arkansas.
Okay.
I am Ballsack. That's from Scott Sprinkled Nutsack. Just because you say it, though, doesn't make it true.
I am, okay.
I
Say
am
it,
tired.
It'll be a drop.
Tired.
Yeah, what's your wife's first name?
Nice.
Ballsack or Snutsack. What's your wife's first name?
Snutsack.
I think the reason it was changed is because Plowsy called him Scott Sprinkled Nutsack and he liked it.
Yeah.
That's what, if I remember correctly. And often I don't remember correctly.
So this is you are correct. This is my fault for the confusion. I did say nutsack one day, and it's funny, but Scott Sprinkle Ballsack's an OG in terms of the name. You don't want to change something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Misty Plops can never be Misty Pubes.
Oh.
Yeah. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Brian Henschel says he is nutsack.
Everybody should just type that in.
It used to be I Am Harabi. Remember that? When that went around?
Oh, the gorilla? Yeah.
Harambe.
Harambe, yeah.
Young Thug has a song called Harambe.
And now it's I Am Balsa.
Guys, looking at the TMA STL shop, y'all got any of that dogs merch available? I don't see any, and I'm hoping I'm making a mistake. Thanks. It's in 314. Jackson, is there any St. Louis dogs merch available?
There should be a hat or two.
There's still the XFL team to name.
If there isn't, we can definitely look into getting some more.
Yeah.
We were going to get a lot more for the...
Yeah, that St. Louis Dogs hat, that's one of my go-tos. I enjoy that one.
It's a great hat, and that shirt's great. It's all around a good look. I'm looking forward to when they kick it off, whenever that may be.
I saw people clamoring for the P&G shirts.
Yes, that's back. Is that back, right?
It's coming back.
It's
You
coming
better
back.
believe it.
Those are
It's
sick.
coming back. It's not up yet.
It's coming back. Yeah,
We
it'll
came
all
out with
be
the shirt before we even had a show.
Oh, 3
considerably, like a lot longer.
Yeah, like 2 years before.
Years and years and years.
Well, you want to lay the groundwork.
That's right. Get people excited. Hey, if you were looking for a career change, how about going to Centric? Cybersecurity is the most exciting career in technology and one of the most in demand. Centric can train you for a career in cybersecurity. They can do it in just 4 months. Centric's hands-on program teaches you the actual job skills you need to get started. No history, no biology, just technology, and that's how they do it in just 4 months. Even if you have no IT experience, and you can do it online, and you can do it in person, you can do it in the evenings, you can do it during the day, whichever works best for you. If you're interested in a career in cybersecurity, call Patrick Nealon at Centric Training today, and he'll walk you through Centric's cutting-edge program and show you everything Centric does to help get you started in your new IT career. Call 314-450-4714. Go to centric.com/STL. That's CENTRIQ.com/STL. Cybersecurity is a problem for every business in St. Louis. You can be part of the solution. There it is. Centric. And think about it. What are you thinking right now while you're thinking about Centric? Cybersecurity?
I'm thinking I have a dilemma.
Oh, no. What's this?
No.
It's about pick six?
No, that's just no dilemma there. I'll be on a golf cart.
It's going to upset Joe.
I really don't care.
I think it may have upset Jackson more, because he'll get the shrapnel sound.
Well, I won't have the cart running, so we'll be good. I don't go to concerts by myself. I won't do it.
Why not?
And I wasn't going to go to Santana. I gave my tickets away until some friends said we're going to be on the lawn, so I went. Although Cindy didn't think so. Although we know Cindy's a dude. But I have 2 tickets to Pitbull Saturday night.
Oh, wow.
Good seats. We're in the party box.
Sick.
Where's the party box?
It's right above the club seats. So it's kind of raised up. They're good seats.
This is Hollywood Casino?
Yeah.
Amphitheater?
And I have a couple of VIP passes to the...
I just score that.
Never mind.
Wow.
But I reached out to 3 people that well, actually 5, but 3 people that are friends that I do stuff with, and 2 of them had never heard of Pitbull, which I find that hard to believe.
Did you say Mr. Worldwide, question mark?
Who's Pitbull? I said, come on. So
That's a no. They didn't want to go with you.
Probably. So I don't have anybody to take.
Oh, man.
I'm going because I'm not going to pass up seeing Pitbull. So I don't know. Do I go on Facebook and say, "Hey, who wants to go with me?" DM me. Is that kind of
whatever.
Kind of like a cry for I have no friends. You want to go with me?
It is, and I don't know if the juice is going to be worth the squeeze on that either.
Yeah, like what are you hoping for?
Like
Just,
no blonde.
there may be some
bombshell.
girl I don't even remember I are friends with on Facebook. Said I'll go.
It's going to be dudes.
I'm not going to go through all of my friends on Facebook till I find a.
Give it a shot. What the heck? You want to go? Someone might want to go with you? Sure, go
I think
for
I will.
it.
Then I'll say, hey, I don't want a date for this. I'm not looking for a date. Just somebody that enjoys Pitbull and wants to go. And see what happens. And they said, God, you are one pathetic loser.
And if you have 10 people who say, yeah, I'll go, you get to pick the best one.
Then I get to pick whatever one I want.
Right.
It's not first come, first serve.
What the heck?
P&G.
Well, you picked them up?
It depends where they live. Like if it's somebody in Imperial, I said, that's maybe in my house. I'm not driving Imperial.
Oh, brother.
I'm giving you the tickets.
They have to pick you up?
Well, we can maybe meet at Hollywood Casino and just take the shuttle over. That's probably the way to go anyway. But I just didn't know. That's kind of a cry for God. You have no friends and you're begging for somebody to go
Don't
with
worry
you.
about it.
I'm actually just trying to be nice. If you want to go, I got an extra ticket.
That's
You want to
right.
join me? We'll have fun. So that's my dilemma.
Okay.
All right, so you're going to do it.
And the concert is tomorrow night?
No, Saturday night.
Mr. Worldwide.
I've seen some of his videos from the tour, this 2022 tour. God, he puts on a show. God, he's an entertainer, man. And Iggy Azalea's opening up.
have some old-
Kai going to be there?
Who?
SGO Kai.
SGO Kai going to be there?
He lives in Miami, so why would he be here?
Maybe he'd come up and go with you. Pitbull's from Miami, right?
Yeah.
Probably his style.
No, he's more of a Kodiak Black and
Kodak.
Kodak Black
I like
and 94 Fatso.
There will be a bunch of old white men with ponytails hacking darts at Pitbull on Saturday night. My grandparents are going too. That's a Mr. Slave.
I don't think so. He's more of a Latino guy, so from Cuba. So it'll be more that kind of crowd.
I feel like it's Mr. 305. You call him Mr. Worldwide, though, don't
I
you?
do, yeah.
Yeah,
I
sure.
do. Yeah,
What's your favorite Iggy Azalea song, Higgs?
I know nothing about
The
her.
one where she gets off stage and
I just kind of like her booty.
doesn't sing.
Is she a rapper?
Kind of.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not familiar with any of her music.
She hasn't come out with music in a while.
But she has my namesake, so
She steal it from you?
she probably did.
Yeah.
I stole it from Iggy Pop, but she probably saw me on Twitter one day and said, I like that name.
She's Australian.
She is.
We're breaking it down.
Well,
we
yeah.
definitely have not lost content.
Kulky Culkin says, I got a number for Pitbull if you want to try and get him on. And Kulky Culkin also goes by It's Kathy and booked us Chris Welsh earlier this
Right.
week. What if we got Pitbull on, Iggy? How excited would you be?
Why don't you text me the number?
We don't
Probably
want to give it away.
618 number. Pitbull.
Or you just line it up. I mean, I believe what he
Oh,
said.
that's
I believe
what
what he says. I mean,
Bo Burley.
now granted, Pitbull's a little bit different than Chris Welsh from the Reds, but
Whoa.
he did say somebody pointed out Pitbull and somebody else to book on the show. He goes, I can tell you I have one of those contacts. So maybe.
Well, we've established it is up to the listeners to provide the interview guests.
Thank you.
We're not,
And it's
we're
up
not
to
calling.
them to provide a date.
Right.
That's great. And provide a date.
If you want to hear guests, get them your own damn self.
Now, if you go to the concert with me, I'm no promises, but there's still a chance at last minute that I get backstage. You never know.
How are you going to get backstage?
Does that mean you're leaving them at the seat? Remember last time you said with that, not Joan, with that Joan Jett?
Point Fest.
Oh yeah, that you were gonna get backstage.
I didn't
but
go to
you may-
Point Fest. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
I was supposed to, and I don't know if I was going backstage to meet Lizzie Hale or not.
How would you get back there?
Well, it's Point Fest, so our sister station is putting it on, and management here puts it on, and Tommy knows everybody. So I'm pretty sure if I wanted to say, can you get me back to say hi to her? I'm pretty sure if she's doing that, they kind of, I think her and her whole band had COVID at one point, so they kind of stopped the kibosh, and we're having people back here. But that may be over now, so I don't know, but I would love to meet Lizzie Hale. I think she's cool and a tremendous talent.
Okay, when are you going to make this post seeking a date for the concert?
Probably when I get home. I'll have a couple minutes to kill before I have to get to the golf course.
Okay. How about a trash fish dinner afterwards?
No, I'm not promising anything.
Oh.
Catch your carp at Normandy.
You know, I'm going to make it clear this isn't a date.
It sounds like a date.
You know.
What if an attractive single woman wants to go with you?
Yeah, how about that?
Well, it'll be his friends. If you want to go, it's not a date.
What if she's looking for more than friendship from you?
Well, that's up to her. I'm just taking somebody to go enjoy a concert with.
Kulky Culkin just texted in Pitbull's number if you want it.
That's got to be made up.
305, I'm sure, and then what we after that? So
BR549.
Wait, I'll Google the number. What is? Oh no, don't give it down to me on air. Smart.
Text it to me, and I'll call it at a break.
Don't want
See
Bill's
what
wife
happens.
to get a bunch of.
Bill's wife.
He'll say, who gave you this number? It's Kathy. Oh, okay.
Probably for like a sex shop, like in Miami.
No, who knows the last minute? I mean, when I got to see Gaga, that was a last minute thing. I got an email Saturday afternoon before the show telling me that you're good to go. Maybe somebody's going to send out to Pitbull my tweet and say, yeah, bring him back.
The butt plug emporium there.
People want to know if you're going to take him back to the patio. It's from Sesame Timbers.
No, unless they say you want to have an after dinner drink.
Yeah,
we'll have one. I don't care. There's no strings.
But you will not be having sex with these people.
There's no strings attached here. If you want to go to a concert, I don't want you to feel like, oh, he's going to put the moves on me. No, I'm pretty much done with that.
Oh,
Iggy is done having sex.
No, I won't do anything. I mean, I'll lay there and let you do what you want to me.
Oh.
I spit out my coffee.
But I'm done with the courting. I'm done with the dating. I'm done with the.
But they're gonna expect a drink if you feed them ditch carp.
We'll have a beer at the concert.
Nobody wants to have sex with me now.
Maybe a couple of Cohibas.
What's
cigars?
that?
Well, in honor of Pitbull, being from Cuba.
Oh. Okay.
I may dress like him.
Yeah, he's.
I never give up on my dreams.
Cabana wear a bar shirt.
Other than the hair, I may wear a pair of black pants, a black T-shirt, and a black jacket.
He doesn't ever wear the Guayabara shirt.
No, he's kind of black these days. Sorry.
Will you sing along to some of his tunes?
Some of them. Maybe Rain on Me.
Okay.
40's new 40, and I'm a rock star.
Darling.
That's going to be unbelievable.
It's going to be a heck of an evening.
Sounds like people are lined up to get this concert.
So far, nobody has said that they're interested in going.
Well, I haven't put anything up yet.
Well, put it up so we can see.
I'm not asking any of you people in the text inbox. Trust me.
Put it up now, and we can see, and we can help advise
Yeah.
you. Maybe we know someone.
Yeah,
who wants to go.
maybe I can share it.
I'm not. Yeah, why don't you share it with yours?
We'll all share.
Maybe some Anna Marie's Dirty Dozen would go.
Dirty Dozen.
Whatever her posse is.
99.
Dirty Dozen.
Come to the Pitbull concert with Grandpa Orangutan, and we'll even have Werther's Originals to hand out in my pocket. That's from the Need for Seed.
Oh, God. Would you prefer a gentleman? Because you do enjoy the touch of a gentleman.
Yeah,
or a young lady.
Well, I'd prefer a woman, but it may be a guy that I find cool and I like hanging out with. I'll tell you, I don't care.
Is he going to be free to touch
mean,
you?
I might do a little dancing, and
Oh, no.
it'll look weird with two dudes dancing. So, yeah, I'm trying to get.
It's all going to be
I'm
weird.
trying to get the Pitbull move down where he jumps up and down with his arms. I'm not supposed to be on my phone during the show.
Well, we can make an exception here.
Tommy, this is show business that I'm doing here.
You're trying to find
See,
a
this poor guy,
mandate.
too. I liked his post here.
Who are we talking about now? What do we got going on?
Tommy?
Somebody started Facebook Foodies during the quarantine.
Oh, did they?
And this poor guy started it, and he posts every day Facebook food, and not one person has ever commented in the last 9 months of this guy.
And you like to give pity likes.
So I just liked his post.
Nice,
I
that's
felt
awesome.
bad.
Yeah, but doing that, he's just going to have the motivation now to post like for 9 more
Keep
months.
doing it, you know.
Well,
he probably was almost done, and then Iggy gave him that, okay, someone likes it.
Well, sure they did.
I'm going to flood people's timelines now.
All right, I'm going to put it on my Facebook page, and then that way I can share it to the fan page. Because if I put it on the fan page, I can't share it.
Well, you're going to get a lot of real requests. From
Well, on my page, I will. No, but then the fan page people will be on my page. I just have to figure it. You guys can talk amongst yourself. I got to figure out how to word this.
We're good for 2 minutes for that.
You want to knock out some lives?
I know Alexa Strauss is going to be calling in to promote the Join for Joe that is going on this weekend. And we have the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. And I would like to tell the people about Fistful of Bourbon. There's a lot of common sense and Western wisdom, like don't squat with your spurs on and always drink upstream from the fan page. And there's also some Western wisdom that's less common, like never steal from a bear what you can't make for yourself, or a twink doesn't know his worth until he's eye-to-eye with a rattlesnake holding a toad. I'm sure there's a good lesson in there somewhere, but there's one lesson that's perfectly clear. Fistful of Bourbon is an award-winning blend of 5 straight bourbons and as smooth as a banker on Friday. Get wise, pick up a bottle today. Don't be a damn fool. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by William Grant & Sons, New York, New York. And, of course, Mentality. If you are feeling sluggish, if you feel like you're not able to put on muscle like you used to, you're gaining belly fat, and you're surprised that that is happening because you're not really doing much differently, dealing with more anxiety or irritability, these are symptoms of low testosterone. So, go get checked out at Mentality today, and that's at lowtusa.com. Go to lowtusa.com. It's FDA-approved testosterone treatment. Board-certified physicians who work with most insurance. And I went there, and I can tell you it was a very easy experience. Enjoyed the experience and glad that I did it. Mentality is a local healthcare facility specifically dedicated to helping men feel and perform at their very best. When you feel like you don't have the energy or drive to keep up with your kids after work, if you just feel like you did 5 or 10 years ago, so you can be present with your family. Be the father, husband, and friend you know you can be. Compete at work and at sports like you did years ago. Your career is a competition, and you need every edge you can get in today's rapidly changing market. Don't let age be an excuse to settle for second. It is Mentality. Check out lowtusa.com. That is Mentality. And what you should do is think about it. Iggy, do we have an update? What do we have? What's going on?
I'm still writing. I don't know.
Okay. Well, Doug, Alexis Strauss is with us here on the Steve Schmidt Key County phone lines. Good morning, Alexis.
Hi, how are you?
What's going on? It's great to hear from you.
Yeah, it's good to hear from you too. No, just busy. That's all I can say. Just always busy. So.
Doug, Alexis had a choice of going to a few schools, kind of like you and I did.
Yeah.
And then we decided on, as opposed to going to an Ivy League school or Cal Berkeley, we decided to go to Missouri.
Well, Merrimack first for me. Because I wanted to hit the academics really hard.
To learn about journalism. Yeah. I think she made a mistake, but Alexis, what was your eventual decision?
I will be going to Cal Berkeley. I deferred for a bit, but I will be going there soon. So.
Talk about that. And what were your choices?
Well, you like to brag more about my choices than I do. But
Well, I'm asking. I'm asking. You're not like, yeah, well, I had a choice between this, this, and this. I want to convey to the audience that Joe Strauss's daughter had these options, much like Doug and I did, but we chose to really be martyrs for journalism.
Right. It was a call.
Let's just say there were some really good schools up in the Northeast of the Ivy League grouping, but I always want to point out I applied to them thinking I would not be able to get in. So I did not have high hopes and was pleasantly surprised throughout the process. So.
It's an unbelievable story. So, yeah, Alexis will be going to Cal Berkeley, and she is on today to tell us about Join for Joe. What year is this of Join for Joe?
Gosh, it's our 7th year, which is really hard.
I was going to guess
for me
6th, 7th year. Wow. All right.
Yeah. No, it's been a great event thus far, and we've found great success in holding it. And we have phenomenal partners with the St. Louis Cardinals, and of course, we couldn't pull this off without the Baseball Writers Association chapter in St. Louis. So I'm really excited. It will be Labor Day this year, so this upcoming Monday. And we will be at Ford Plaza doing the same thing we do every year, the booth, informing people about the bone marrow registry and the importance of it and why we're all together, doing a great cause to help raise awareness in honor of my dad. So
that is outstanding. So how can people participate?
Yeah, so as I was saying, we will be at the game on Monday in Ford Plaza. And if you can't be at the game, we still encourage you to go to our website, which is cardinals.com/join4Joe. And you can learn more information about the event and how to register for the registry if you can't be there, if you will be there. So it'll be great. And again, I think we've mentioned this before, but we're specifically looking for donors ages 18 to 40. That's more from the registry's point of view, but they found, historically speaking, that donors in that age range tend to be the most successful. So that's just great to keep in mind. And even if you're above the age of 40, you can still help our event. We're actually selling tickets this year for the game, where some of the ticket sales will go towards the Be the Match organization in my dad's name. So if you're interested in doing that, you'll get a discounted ticket, again, with some of the proceeds going to the cause. And you can do so by calling the Cardinals box office directly and just mentioning that you're interested in the Join for Joe event. So that's also great. And we'll be at Fort Plaza, I think, starting at 1:15 on Monday, and we'll have our booth going until 90 minutes into the game. So if you just want to stop by and talk and learn more about it, I'll be there. So will others of my dad's friends and colleagues, and we have great volunteers through Be the Match helping us as well.
Outstanding. Alexis, thank you so much for calling in and sharing this with our audience. I know our audience misses your father in a major way, and it's always great to hear from you on the show. And once again, thank you for everything that you're doing with Join for Joe, and thank you for being so active with the show and the audience. And it's a way that people can always remember your dad, a fan favorite here on this radio program, and certainly somebody people all over the area love to read. So thank you so much, and congratulations again on what you have been able to accomplish in your career and your pursuit.
Well, thank you. Yes, I appreciate it.
All right, that's Alexis Strauss. Thanks, Alexis.
Thank you. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Take it easy. There's Alexis Strauss with us here. Join for Joe, 7th year. Man, it really does kind of mess me. I guess we're coming up on the 10th anniversary of Burwell passing. That was 20.
Goes by fast, doesn't it? Wow.
Yeah.
That's a great cause, too. And a lot of people really donate to that, too, that day. So good job, Alexis.
Yep. Iggy, but you were making your post?
Yeah, short and sweet.
Okay. Doug, are you going to share this on your KMOV Sportscast tonight? Or
Probably, because I'm going to go back to absolute full-time plus about 10 hours a week.
Well, don't.
Yeah.
If you share it onto your pages, there may be somebody that I don't know of your friends.
Oh.
I'm not going to go with a stranger.
Oh, that's out.
I wonder what my friends, like the people I actually am friends with, would think.
I'm going to share it
So
on
you
my
work with this loser?
What if I share it?
What is wrong with this guy?
I'm going to share it.
Everyone should probably share it.
I just went to your page, Iggy, first time in a while, and your head's cut off.
Where?
When I went to your page. I see Lisa Ann. I guess that's Learn over there, and then your head's cut off.
I can't share this.
No, I didn't.
Somebody has
Not
shared
cut off
it.
on
You have to
mine.
bring it up full screen probably to see
It's
his
not
head.
cut off on mine.
All right.
You can't share
Well, I
this.
think it's different for Dell's. Let's see. All right. Pitbull. There is a picture of Pitbull. He looks good.
Yeah, he's
grainy picture.
It has been shared.
But I don't know how to share it.
I'll share it. I shared it to the fan page.
I don't think I can share it.
I can't either.
Can I
Iggy made
screenshot
it so we can't share it.
No.
Iggy, you
Well,
made it
that's
to where we
fine.
can't share it.
I mean, I don't know a lot of your friends. I mean, I don't want to go with a stranger. I mean, at least with my friends.
Yeah, but what if one of the Naughty Nine wants to go?
Well, then just have Anna Marie have him text me. Yeah, I'm sure when Anna Marie's 30-something, he's going to go out with a grandpa.
You didn't mention anything about the ditch carp.
No, I left that out of there. I said a few drinks and a nice night of music.
Now, the only thing I see on the fan page is Roderick looking for people to do something. What is he doing? Fantasy
what's
football
he
league.
want?
Now you may have to refresh because I just put it up. You probably got the 55 from the last minute that were posted.
Did I see Ken share the post?
I mean, that was a mistake putting it on there. That'll be 100 comments of just loser, who cares, blah, blah, blah.
I commented.
Jack Nicholson
Pepper helping
shaking his
out
head
Jeannie.
like he's going to murder someone.
Maybe Elsie wants to go. She was so
Oh.
she was so impressed with my earlier work that told me she's gone that maybe she wants to go.
Call her Ellen.
The gift.
Yeah, maybe she would. I could see Carl Ellen enjoying
Yeah.
Pitbull.
Oh, yeah.
That could be nice.
Well, ball's in your court, Elsie.
Wow,
Jack
here we go.
Nicklaus gift.
I would take Elsie. I'll take anybody as long as they're friends. As I said in the post, it's not a date.
It is not. So to be clear,
Kinda
Ellen, this
sound-
is not a date.
No,
Well,
I
it
said
sounds
it's
like
just
it's
a
a few
chance to see
drinks,
Pitbull.
a few drinks and music and trash
I
fish.
said it's not a date.
Will there be dancing?
During the show, I'll probably
I
do a
see
little
it now.
Pitbull dancing.
Are you going to buy her drinks?
Well,
I have an extra ticket to Pitbull Sat night at the Hollywood Casino Amphitheater. I'm too lazy to make phone calls or texts and then get no answers. This way I reach a bunch of people at once. This isn't a date. Just a few drinks and a great show. DM if you want to go. There it is.
I
on
think it's
the
a
fan
perfect
page.
post.
Short and to the
Perfect.
point.
Would you like me to extend the offer to the listeners of Balloon Party in 15 minutes?
Yeah, that'll go over great.
Yeah.
First of all, most of them would say, who's Iggy?
And who's Pitbull?
And who's Pitbull, yeah. No. Maybe Chris Stapleton.
Oh,
Chris
Nothing wrong with that.
Stapleton.
There he
Tug
goes.
McGraw coming.
It's not Tug. It's Tim.
Tug McGraw.
Tug McGraw.
Tug McGraw, Doug Philly's reliever.
Yeah, well, that's his son.
Yeah.
But apparently they didn't get along.
I think they bonded at the end.
Oh, I hope so. Boy, Tim had that song that was on. Every time I turned on the radio, it was on. 7,500 OBO. I mean, it was on every time.
On base percentage?
No, or best offers, what that means.
Oh, I should have put that on my thing.
On base percentage is
75 or best offer.
OBP.
Yeah, I'm not even charging for the
OPP. How can I explain it? I take it frame by frame.
I'm not even charging for the ticket.
Have y'all jumping, shouting, saying it.
Of course, I didn't pay for it.
Tretch.
So.
Doug, hard to believe that's 33 years old now, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, 30. I would have guessed 32 or 34.
33 now.
I wonder if Tommy knows Pitbull's people.
Why don't you walk into his office?
I'll ask him. You know Pitbull's people. Get me back there.
He's one day away.
Let me know when you're going to do it, just so I can be watching.
What would you do when you get back there?
You want to film it for Instagram Live? Iggy is going back to Tommy's office to see if he knows anybody in Pitbull's group.
I think it'd be funny if you put one of those hotel locks on his door, so like when Iggy knocked, like it was just like Tommy's like fake, like eye sticking out. Yeah, what can I do for you?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think, Jackson, it's time for the Design Air Heating and Cooling Mail. Do I have anything else I need to tend to?
You good?
Yeah, all good.
All right, here we go. You guys are going to think I'm making this up, but I'm not. Tom Hagen wasn't supposed to say you look terrific to Michael when he first sees him in the wedding, but it sounded so heartfelt. Francis Ford Coppola left it in the movie. Truth be told, Bobby Duvall was looking in the background when something caught his eye. You see, Richard S. Castellano was one of the first furries to hit Hollywood.
Oh.
Dude showed up to the first day of filming hammered drunk, dressed up like a raccoon. A big, fat, horny as hell, sweaty raccoon. Needless to say, a couple of the extras ended up going to town on his backside through the strategically placed zipper entrance. That's from Dick Pound, movie buff.
Oh. Dick Pound, movie buff.
And young. I like to wear Doug's booty as a hat, so I'm basically a furry. That dude does not shave, that D-star. Thanks. That's from number one Asian intern Brian Henson.
Brian Henson just got himself suspended a period of 2 days' time, and his name will go in the suspension log. I don't suspect it'll feel good either here or Indianapolis.
And young again.
Almighty.
I now have the vision of crickets dressed up like a husky Cuban gentleman, cooking up some sewer salmon while just repeating the word dale over and over and over. Goodness gracious, thanks. That's from number one Asian intern Brian Henson, a.k.a. ASMR Tammy Bowling Pin 74. Email me at negril111@AOL.com for a chance to go to a Pitbull concert with me. Dudes need not apply, chicks only, and no, I shan't be driving you.
Brian Henson again. No suspension, but he already received one previously.
He trailed me into the men's room. I fought the urge to tap my foot under the stall door with every fiber of my being. I desperately wanted to send him the universal signal for take my hindquarters to Pound Town, but I played it cool. Instead, I chose to spark up a casual conversation with the man dropping mud in the adjacent stall. I guess I need to start chewing my food a little better, I remarked calmly. This mud I've piled up still looks like yesterday's chicken salad with a side of steamy brown gravy. Are you playing hard to get, or are you just playing hard? The stranger said. Oh, believe me, you'll know when I'm hard. By tomorrow, you'll be wishing you picked a different KFC/Taco Bell to evaluate your bowels in. Because I'm about to wreck your world worse than I wrecked this public restroom. Now head for the border and come get you some, big boy. And that's the story of how I found out my mom's new boyfriend is in a scat play.
Who is that?
That's the JV golf coach, your defending champion.
That's
JV golf coach.
Same every day, but it makes me laugh.
Beep, beep, beep. Oh, sorry, that's just Iggy backtracking vehicle 15 minutes after bashing Jamie Rivers, saying he was just a, quote, decent defenseman. Well, I guess the coffee spill wasn't enough to take out the studio, so I guess I'll just try to set it on fire. Oh, no, Joe Roderick just thinks he can come in at 9:40 and talk all the way up until email of the day. That is my time to make up stories, and that is my time to try to make Tim laugh. I guess I'll just do a little pout in the corner until the show is over. Finally, time to do a 3-minute podcast on House of the Dragon in which both hosts have no clue who the characters are. So they need to make up a nickname so they both know who they're talking about when they make a hot take on something that never even happened in the episode. It's great stuff. M-I-Z, Jackson. That's from Dr. Death.
Yo, you.
Dr. Death.
God.
Death Doctor.
Yeah, Death Doctor.
Okay.
Hopefully they'll be better tomorrow for the Cardinal tickets.
This it?
Is that it?
Nope.
Okay.
Got one more.
I was thinking maybe that was it.
No, just one more, though.
Apparently that's not it.
Morning, guys. Imagine my surprise to hear Iggy reference me during that bratty thing he does where he hijacks a sponsored live read to use airtime as his personal little newsletter to nobody when he hasn't received enough attention. Though I haven't spoken with him since I cleaned the studios for a station where he got fired from about 3 or 4 jobs ago, Iggy still frequently likes and comments on my Facebook photos several times a day. At least once or twice an hour, I can count on getting a notification that says he liked a bunch of my pictures. Even if someone tags me in a photo of a large group of people he's never met, there's still a pretty good chance he'll pathetically hit that like button as if the like from a guy whose best friend is a homeless vagrant who bangs heaters in a fountain will make my post go viral. And weirdest of all, sometimes he'll click like when I accept a friend request from someone he couldn't possibly know. Why the hell would anyone do that? I don't know about you, but for me, there's no greater validation than receiving a midday like on a 6-year-old profile photo from an entry-level secretary who wears feminine Bruno Mars loafers and begs listeners' wives to accept his expired half-day fat camp passes on their private Facebook pages when he sees they're taking a family trip to Somalia. Thanks, that's from Ann, or maybe Annie, or was it Anna? That's 3 letters in the last name, and I'll show it to you at the break. You don't know her. This will make for great radio that nobody wants to hear.
And
the
she's
ending,
new.
The ending was pretty good. The first part was just
Late submission, then.
Yeah.
Doug, that's what we have for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Don't forget, tomorrow we're giving away 2 tickets to the Cardinals and Cubs Friday night in the Champions Club, courtesy of Design Air Heating and Cooling.
That was just a little preview.
Yep.
Oh, boy, I don't know. I guess the JV golf coach was the best again.
Oh, no, you're saying there, hold on, Jackson, you're saying there was a late entry?
There's a late submission from a Hall of Famer.
Okay, well, then automatically
better
we
hear
have
it.
to read it.
Okay.
I don't know how I didn't see it.
No, I just put it in.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, Plowhawk, we're going to go back for one more. Another banner day of Ken happening. First, you had him rehashing yesterday's Pepper and Genie, still talking about his Good Samaritan deed on Facebook of liking some random-ass old lady's post, while Fried Ditch Carp Weekly currently only pulls in a viewing audience of 9 diabetic fats, 2 sads, and the occasional stray long-lost Jamaican sex camp beach loafer. We also got him taking the Timmy Trumpet Edwin Diaz intro and turning it into a plug for his own TikToks. But he wasn't done yet either. Mr. Fake Rolex just started rehashing the same Rolodex of women. I'm starting to have questions given that he claims to have betted 500 plus, yet we keep hearing about the same 8 people twice a quarter. He touched on Leona Helmsley again and Champagne Tony Lima's niece again. So naturally, next up tomorrow will be a recounting of Russian apartment smoke hag number 3, liver spotted Hito Xanax crusher bombing for chicken in the hot tub number 2, and a retelling of his digital play with esteemed political analyst and reporter number 7 from Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, Stacy Nelkin. Speaking of Ken's prowess, if any female listeners or husbands who want to loan their wife out to yak in his sink, Ken's got a spare ticket to Pitbull if you want to pop for the $10 admission fee to hang out with a bunch of vaping teeny boppers and St. Charles D-bags who still think Ed Hardy and Affliction t-shirts are cool. Don't all jump at once for this exploding offer. Thanks. That's from Los Wien.
Carlos Spicy Wiener.
There it is.
Well, I like the late submission, and I'm going to vote for Carlos Spicy Wiener.
He's HOF.
Yes, he
He is HOF, but I don't like the fact that he listens and hears how crappy the other ones were, so he gets one in the last
He did send that at 9:43, just for the
Yeah.
record.
So I'm just, I just liked his PS, his postscript. So I'm going to go with Henson's second one.
Oh.
Wow. Man, Doug, that puts the action on me. God, I think I'm going to go with Anne, mainly
Oh.
because of the final couple of lines. But sometimes that's enough to win it for me.
Yeah, it's Ann.
Anne is a ship!
Dang, Nana Lucas!
Cooling email of the day. Congratulations to Anne.
Anne.
Is it Ann?
Did we ever figure out who
3
it
letters in
was?
the last name.
It's Ann.
Great
He
radio.
showed me the name, and I go, I have no idea who that is. So she must have been there when I wasn't there.
Maybe if I showed Doug a picture, he would know.
You got a picture of her?
Well, I mean, she's on Facebook.
Wow.
But nobody likes her pictures.
I do.
Got him saved.
Every so often.
Yeah, if you see a
I
profile
have to go.
picture,
I
it's
have to-
kind of nice to click like on that. Someone puts their face up there. It's kind of. I feel like you should say, "Oh, nice, okay, like."
Time for us to shut it down. Jackson and I got to go deal with some audience members who just aren't fond of our program. It's called Balloon Party, and it airs from 10 to 11 on 101 ESPN. And Pepper and Jeannie is going to be recorded in here in a matter of moments, so that's going to be huge. What's on the docket for Pepper and Jeannie?
Furries.
No.
Okay. Favorite place to get an ice cream cone? I don't know.
Never seen her. Doug, you ever seen her?
No, I don't know who that is.
Maybe let's go.
Well, Iggy, you poo-pooed mine, so it's on you to get a top effect.
Oh, I do every other day, so why not?
Oh, boy.
You see the process. I bring up a top
Wow!
Trouble in the ranks.
Big moment for Pepper and Jeannie right there.
How the sponsor gonna...
Yeah, the sponsors are going to be pissed off that we're arguing.
Jackson and I are going to head down the hallway. Doug, today's going to be the day, though. Pepper and Jeannie coming up. And then Pick 6 at noon. The very first sode as we get ready for the first weekend of college football. Plus, Iggy has golf picks that Joe's not going to be happy that he entered.
Well, I gave them to you last night before the tournament started.
He did.
So
He did. I can confirm that.
Yep.
I don't really care what he thinks.
So that's coming up.
You don't
at
send me
noon.
emails of this stuff, so I'm sure as hell not going to send you a text telling you
No,
who I
you
picked.
shouldn't. I wouldn't if I was you.
I got all the new rules yesterday in an email that was forwarded to me because Joe's like a 6-year-old. I'm not emailing him. You'll have to forward him the new rules that I made up.
Oh, I can't wait for noon.
Pick 6 podcast coming your way at noon. If you can't watch, you can listen to it on the Tim McKernan Show podcast feed, which is on the TMA STL podcast feed, just like Pepper and Jeannie. Time for us to shut it down. For the Plowhawk, for Action Jackson, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Sullivan Vaughn. I'm Tim McKernan. This has been the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville.